showers, high near 64.
In the Wisconsin Valley Conference opener tonight at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. And Coach, you do have that extra week to prepare for conference season. You played last week against a non-conference team in Oconto Falls. Does that extra week of preparation help you go into the conference schedule this week?
I don't know if you're ever going to have enough time to go into a game against Everest. I mean, they're going to be Everest, and I would just like to make sure that we know who we're playing and make sure we know what we got to get geeked up for to be ready to play Everest, because it's a long-time rivalry, and you could give us 2 or 3 weeks and we still probably wouldn't be totally prepared for all the things we want to like to do. But you only get 60 plays in a game, or quote unquote close to that. So you got to do the things we want to be good at, and hopefully we can make them work against them, and hopefully we can shut them down on defense and move the football on offense and play a good game.
You've been here for quite a few years. What does this rivalry with DC Everest mean to you?
Well, it started way back, and it was always, I talked to our guys last night at the end of practice, and it's just like, they're so young that the kids, I asked them, do you guys really know what this means? We're playing Everest. And, they maybe snicker or chuckle a little bit, but they don't know, because us old guys that are here, we've all went through it from 1995, 94, whatever, and all the times we played Everest and the Mud Bowl and the guys where we had, the guys with the broken arms. You can remember that game, right? And they played, and they just don't get that, but we ride on buses and we watch old tapes, and they see their teachers now that played for us. So they're on the thing, hey, that's Scheuer, they're talking like that. But to get it instilled in them that this is, it's their biggest game, this is their Super Bowl, this is their playoff, they got to understand that. And it's really hard until you actually are in one of these games and they're coming into it. And, Everest, those guys, Coach Strelo and I are good friends through track and through all kinds of things. And he's been there forever as well as me. So it's a good rivalry. And I hope the kids understand that, because, we're out to win a football game and get a good conference win. And if we can set the stage for our season, it's going to be this game, because if we can beat these guys, it's one of the best in the conference. So we know where we're headed, and we know where we can compete. And if we can beat these guys, it'll be a good step forward.
What about some things that Everest will do on the field on Friday night?
I have no idea what they could do, but I know they're going to play, good solid defense, and they got a couple good backers that can cause havoc in the backfield. A couple good defensive linemen right down in at their 3-1 tech. As far as defense, they can play a couple different defenses that we've seen. They played 3 different teams and 3 different offenses. So the most prevalent one that's close to us was Green Bay Preble, that runs a lot of stuff that we do. So we kind of hung our hats on that game, and Everest handled them pretty well. So, it's kind of tough to see good, steady drives. But, we got to do what we do, and hopefully we have scouted well enough to run our plays against them.
Marshfield Tiger football coach Denny Gadel with his pregame comments. Marshfield facing DC Everest in VFA football tonight here at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. Our coverage of VFA football this evening here on WOSQ, brought to us by
Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Member SIPC.
And the Marshfield Tiger football team now taking the field here at Hiding Stadium as we get set for football between the Tigers and the DC Everest Evergreens. Glad to have you with us for Tiger football once again here on WOSQ with Dale Yukaitis. I'm Gene Delisio. Nice crowd on hand for Tiger football this evening. Weather a bit on the shaky side perhaps. We do have some clouds in the area, some gray clouds, but the weather forecast holding off hopefully until after this ball game for any rain that might be in the area. Currently, we got about 72 degrees here in central Wisconsin. The VFA football opener for the Marshfield Tigers tonight against one of their arch rivals, the DC Everest Evergreens. Let's get some thoughts about this matchup and Tiger football with Dale Yukaitis, who joined us once again for his expert analysis and commentary for our broadcast. Dale, give us your thoughts about the Tigers play last week as they prepare for this matchup with DC Everest tonight.
Well, I don't know when it started being called the Evil Empire, but that's been a moniker, I guess, that's been hung on DC Everest, or the trees, as far as the evergreens, and they're I don't know if they're going to call it a mascot or not, but their namesake, I guess. It's been quite a good rivalry over the last 10 years. Marshfield catching up, playing some pretty good football. Everest, ever since some coaching changes over there, they haven't been quite as formidable as they were in the past, where everything basically at that school revolved around football, according to some teachers and coaches and other people at Everest from the past. So, it should be a good rivalry tonight. We'll see if Marshfield can stand up against their rushing game. Looks like, from what I see in the warm-ups, looks pretty similar with two split backs in the backfield. And they'll try to pound the ball at you, and then eventually, once in a while, they'll try to throw a long pass to the tight end or a running back down the sideline. So should be a good ball game. Marshfield, I guess, has a chance tonight to show its true colors. Are they a good football team or not? I know they won big last week, but we all know that they beat a less than superior opponent. Kids that played hard, but were not necessarily up to the equal level of some of our athletes. And I guess pretty soon we're getting ready for the national anthem. I don't know if it's been announced here or not, but the players are all starting to line up. Hopefully the rain holds off. The weather reports when I came over was that most of this is supposed to go north of us. Here we go, national anthem, Gene.
And now let's pause for a few moments for the Marshfield Tiger Pep Band and our national anthem.
Marshfield High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Andrew Needham.
Marshfield Tiger Pep Band with our national anthem as we get set for football here at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. Once again, good crowd on hand for the ball game tonight. DC Everest 2-1. They opened with a win over Green Bay Preble, 35-14, then lost to Chippewa Falls, 35-21, and last week beat Appleton West in their VFA opener, 44-22. Marshfield Tigers come in at 1-2. Tigers lost their opener to Hudson, 24-7, then lost at Slinger 2 weeks ago, 35-21, and last week knocked off Oconto Falls, 42-8. Oconto Falls, a much smaller school, and that game arranged rather hurriedly because Marshfield could not secure an opponent after Wausau East dropped its varsity program for this year, but Oconto Falls kind enough to come over and play that game last week. Dale, as you mentioned, Oconto Falls not in Marshfield's league in terms of size, a school that's less than half of Marshfield's. Marshfield won the game handily. As you review that ball game, are there some good positive points that Marshfield can take away from that ball game a week ago?
Well, I'll start with some of the same things that Coach Gadel did, and that was the performance of Trevor Femmel. I think I saw him handle the offense and throw the football in one game about the best that I've seen him throw. He's had a tendency in the past to, he's got a very strong arm. I mean, he can throw it 60 yards or more in the air, but at times his touch on some of the passes have been less than secure. And, they showed some ability to run the ball with two backs, and I think they got a lot of players in the ball game. I think that's also good for a program. Kids that go out and practice all week long, and on Friday night finally get a chance to get out there in front of mom and dad and grandpa and grandma and play a little bit on the field. Plus, some of those kids are juniors or sophomores, and you may need them as the season goes on.
Hard to believe also after Marshfield had 12 or 13 penalties in the first two games of the season, had none last week.
Well, there weren't a lot of flags thrown, period. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the reason for that. There are, again, I'm not here picking on officials, so my friends out there who are going to try to slap me through the radio here tonight, there are some crews that throw more flags than others, and the crew last week seemed to be satisfied with let's let them play and not be a big part of this game.
I think maybe they understood the situation. The
yeah,
game is kind of, two teams that maybe not evenly matched. So I get picky about some things.
I think so. Although we didn't see the usual, we saw some false starts on Marshfield in past games and some other types of mistakes, and that's true. They just weren't there last week. So kids played a little bit more confident and relaxed.
Tiger defense being introduced. They're now getting set to take the field as DC Everest receives the opening kickoff for this ball game. You are listening to Marshfield Tiger football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. With Dale Yukaitis, I'm Gene Delisio at Hiding Stadium. We get set for football here tonight between Marshfield and DC Everest. The Evergreens will accept the opening kickoff, and they have two men back in deep safety, Dylan Neuendank and Flynn Huffman. At the goal line to our right, that is the south end zone. They're stationed just inside the 5-yard line. By the way, quick word, this evening, the Marshfield Tiger soccer team lost a non-conference match to Eau Claire North here at Hiding Stadium by a score of 1-0. And so Braxton Kurth, who played for the Tiger soccer team this afternoon, now changes uniforms, and he'll kick off the Marshfield Tigers momentarily.
Quickly, Tigers still haven't taken the field to kick off. Everest has been waiting for them on their to receive for about a couple minutes here. Marshfield finally getting on the field. When Marshfield has defeated Everest, Everest has been susceptible to the long pass down the sidelines and singling up some of their defensive backs, and Marshfield has beat them for some big long gains and touchdowns in some of their wins, and also reverses or anything that's kind of a counteraction, because Everest always pursues to the football so well.
Well, let's see if that happens once again tonight. Now Braxton Kurth getting set to kick off for Marshfield from left to right or north to south here at the Hiding Stadium. Braxton gets set.
Waiting for the official to give a signal. Everybody's frozen out there.
And here we go. And now the official says, no, we're not quite ready yet.
Now he finally gives a signal down on the other end. Either that or the Tigers didn't see the first signal. I don't know. But All right, let's try that again.
Tigers in their black jerseys with orange pants tonight. White numerals.
I think those black jerseys are a new set that they got for the game last week.
And black helmets as well. Now Kurth gets set once again. Approaching the football, and here's the kick. Long end over end kick, and Nieuwendank way deep in the end zone will take it there. It's a touchback, and Everest takes over on their own 20-yard line.
I don't think wind will be too much of a factor tonight. There's a slight breeze. It's going, it looks like it's kind of going kitty corner across the field.
It was pretty breezy earlier, but that's really died down right now. You're right. Well, the Evergreens quarterback by senior Jack Babinski, he's completing 55% of his passes for 472 yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Last week, good percentage, 7 of 9 for 169 and 4 touchdowns against Appleton West.
If there is any wind effect, it'll be against Everest in their face.
Babinski in a pistol with 3 receivers lined up on the near side, and junior Caden Bankston, a running back next to Babinski on this play. 1st and 10 from the 20. Now Bankston goes wide as well. Babinski back to pass the football. Being rushed, gets out of there, starts to scramble. Now gets away from Daggett, and Daggett will bring him down after a short gain. Isaac Daggett runs him down to about the 24, maybe the 25-yard line.
Yeah, but that's a defensive lineman again. I am so impressed by the play of Daggett the last couple of years. He plays so hard. The term of has a good motor or big motor is overused, but boy, I tell you, he has motors and a number of gears for that motor.
He had 3 tackles for loss last week against Tacoma Falls. 2nd and 5, Everest at their own 25. Huffman wide near side, Miller wide far side. 2 men in the backfield. Handoff goes to Bankston. He gets stood up at the line of scrimmage and dropped immediately. A couple of Marshfield Tigers were there, but one man made the initial hit. I'm not sure if that was Kolbeck or maybe Kruger. One of those young men got there right away and no gain on the play.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage.
So Everest faced with 3rd and 5 at their own 25-yard line. Evergreens change some personnel. Babinski will send Huffman and Miller wide to the near side. Caden Bankston running back next to Babinski. Wideouts on far side as well on 3rd and 5. Babinski back to pass again, being sacked back at the 15-yard line. It's a great rush by Garrett Willowhite, who comes in there for the quarterback sack. He was uncovered on that play, his first sack of the year.
Wow, I tell you, Babinski was on the field for a while, was lying there, and I'm sure he's got to shake a few cobwebs loose there. Man, did he get hit. Big
play by Garrett Willowhite with that kickoff return muff for a touchdown a week ago. First Tiger sack tonight, 4th and 15 Evergreens at their own 15-yard line. They'll punt the ball away, kick up along the far sideline, not real deep. At the 45-yard line, caught by the Marshfield returner. That's Evan Pretch to the near sideline and stumbles forward to the Everest 46.
I don't see any flags.
So a good spot here for Marshfield. 1st and 10 Tigers. They'll put the ball in play at the Everest 46-yard line. Play just underway here at Hiding Stadium with no score in this VFA football game tonight. Tigers come out with Trevor Femmel at quarterback, Jeff Marsh, the running back, Brooks Hinson, Luke Lemoyne, the wide receivers, Braden Anderson, and Sam Meverden lined up as wings. Meverden likely will shift into a tight end spot here, and he does so right now to the far side. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 46. Femmel to pass to the near sideline, quickly to Hinson, but over his head incomplete. Brooks had to turn quickly for the football, and it did not see him, and did not see it until it was right on top of him. And by that time, he had to turn around, make an acrobatic catch, and could not do so.
Yeah, ball thrown behind him just a little bit.
2nd and 10 Tigers at the Everest 46-yard line. Other VFA games tonight, Stevens Point at Wisconsin Rapids, Appleton West at Hortonville. Lemoyne wide far side, Meverden tight end on the near side, 2 blockers on the far side as well. Femmel gives to March, slips a tackle, tries to turn that far corner, can't do so, pulled down in the backfield. He'll lose 3 yards. Nice pursuit by Carvin Dabchick, who runs down Marsh back at the 49-yard line for a loss of 3.
Just like Marshfield's defense on the first series, Everest had good penetration there and forced Marsh to belly back a little bit and then just couldn't quite get to the corner before he was tackled.
Jeff Marshfield's top ball carrier has rushed for 294 yards and no touchdown so far this year. Now 3rd and 13 Tigers at the Everest 49.
And we got single coverage out here.
Evan Jacoby wide near side with Lemoyne. Femmel fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Rolls to the far sideline. He may take off, and he will. 45-40. He sidesteps tacklers and carries down to the 35-yard line and may have the first down.
Great run by Femmel. Chased out of the pocket, or at least left the pocket. Took off down the left sidelines. Had some open territory. He should have been stopped probably about 2 yards short of the first down, but he just dove right through an Everest opponent to pick it up.
He gets 14 on that play, gets the first down for the Tigers at the Everest 35. 9:05 remaining. First quarter, no score. First and 10 Tigers, Everest 35. Lemoyne near side, Jacoby far side, Marsh in the backfield. Femmel in the pistol. Hands to Marsh, straight ahead, a nice gain to the 30. Cuts back inside and slips about the 26-yard line, but still gains about 9 yards, and as Dale says, a flag down his way.
Yeah, referee threw the flag in towards the offensive line, about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a holding call, and it is.
Holding call against the Tigers.
I looked back after watching Marsh, and I saw 2 Marshfield players had 2 Everest players pinned on the ground behind the play, so I'm sure it was against one of those players.
Tigers again did not have a penalty a week ago, but they pick one up here. And the ball is moved back to the 45-yard line, so it's 1st and 20 for the Tigers. 1st and 20 at the Everest 45. Evan Jacoby far side, Lemoyne near side, and Colby and Marsh in the eye. It's Colby straight ahead for a nice gain across the 40. Trying to get outside of the corner. He's at the 35-yard line, pulled down right there.
Yep.
Eli Colby with a nice run. Eli, by the way, we should mention this, is 5'10", 175, and Coach Gato says he leads the ball club in some of the weightlifting routines, like bench pressing and squatting, like you used to do during your heyday.
Yeah, I squatted, but not in the weight room. It's a family show. It's a family show.
Eli does gain 10 on that run. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers at the Everest 35-yard line. Lemoyne wide far side. 2 blocking backs on the far side as well. Femmel with an option. Pitches back to Marsh, who drops the ball and falls on it back at the 36. And that option play loses 1 yard.
Fumble was picked up by Marsh.
Tigers tried to run that option to the far side, and Marsh could not corral it. So falls on it at the 36-yard line, sets up a 3rd and 11 for Marshfield. Braden Anderson leaves the proceedings. See if Femmel throws the ball here. Tigers line up, Lemoyne and Jacoby both to the far side, Hinson near side, Meverton tight end on the near side. On 3rd and 11 from the 36-yard line. Marsh, the running back. Femmel back to pass the football. With time, there's across the middle. A man wide open. That's Meverton. Catches it inside the 25 and has the first down down to the 23-yard line. Nice catch by Sam Meverton. His 5th catch of the year. He carries down to the 23, picks up 13 yards for the first down for Marshfield.
Good pass route down and over the middle. Everest in a shell type of a defensive coverage. Middle pretty much wide open because their middle linebacker was upstanding in the line of scrimmage. So a lot of room behind the defensive line.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 23. Lemoyne wide out near side, Hinson far side. Anderson blocking back near side. Handoff goes to Marsh straight ahead. Stonewall, but gets away, cuts back outside, and fights his way back to about the 24. He may lose a yard on the play. Taken down there by Arlen Sangster of DC Everest. Loss of 1 on that run by Marsh. 2nd and 11 at the Everest 24.
And when I say something like a shell defense, that means that cornerbacks are playing to the outside pretty much, and safeties kind of deep over the middle, forming kind of a cover or a shell on the offense.
Here's Jacoby wide near side, Lemoyne far side. Colby and Marsh in the eye on 2nd and 11. And Femmel will throw the football. Far side, quick out to Lemoyne at the 20-yard line. He grabs it right there, fights for an extra yard or 2 before he's tackled by Matt Nielsen. With that quick pitch to Meverton. Gains about 5 yards, maybe 6. Ball is down at the 18-yard line. So a 3rd down for the Tigers, 3rd and 5 Marshfield at the Everest 18. Now Lemoyne to the far side. Jacoby near side. Anderson lines up as a fullback in I formation here on 3rd and 5. And Fennell to throw the ball, jump pass across the middle, just over the head of Sam Everett at the 5-yard line, incomplete.
Yep, tried to run that same slant pass that they ran over the middle. This one a little bit more of a slant to it as opposed to a seam type pattern that Meverton caught earlier, but just throwing just a little too high, a little too far. Meverton was open.
Braxton Kurth coming in. Looks like he'll try a field goal from about the 25-yard line. Braxton did kick 2 field goals last year, a 32-yarder against Wausau West, 28 against Grantsburg. This is from 35 yards away with backup quarterback Adam Gilbertson, the holder. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. Kick is long enough, and the kick is good.
Good, but plenty.
35-yard field goal by Braxton Kurth puts Marshfield on the scoreboard.
That would have been good from 45, I think.
I think you're right. 5:36 remaining in the opening quarter, and our score is Marshfield 3, DC Everest nothing. And more football from Hiding Stadium in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including Forward Bank, depositor-owned community bank, serving Clark, Taylor, Price, Wood, and Marathon counties. Member FDIC. Visit forward.bank. Hefco Floral in the former City Hall Plaza, Marshfield. They've been here
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Truck Center, 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield. The one place for all things heavy truck. They know what drives you.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Sideline in front of the Everest bench. He was chased out of the pocket.
Big play by Trevor on that play. Now Braxton Kurth kicking off once again. Neuendank and Huffman back in deep safety for DC Everest. Looks like the skies are brightening somewhat. Here's the kick by Braxton. End over end kick. And Neuendank again in the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, there is some breeze. In fact, it's picking up again a little bit according to the flags on the end zone to our left.
1st and 10 for the Evergreens at their own 20. 5:36 remaining in the opening quarter. Marshfield on top 3-0. Evergreens went 3 and out on their first possession, which included a quarterback sack for Garrett Willowite. Preston Miller comes wide to the near side. Simon Witt, a running back, with Bankston. And first down, Witt straight ahead and runs into several Tigers, gets a couple of yards, but then pushed back. Means only about 2. Several Tigers there. Nick Spencer, primary tackler on that play. Several other Tigers there as well. Witt, by the way, has seen very little action. In fact, no action for Everest this year, but gets the call in the offensive backfield tonight. His first carry of the year by our count. Gains 2 on that play. 2nd and 8 for Everest at their own 22. Miller wide near side. Huffman to the far side. Witt and Bankston again in the backfield behind Babinski, who wants to throw. Steps up, throws the near sideline for Miller, and the ball's knocked away and incomplete. Some good defensive play there by Bennett Lang. One-on-one with Preston Miller, and Lang gives up a few inches. Miller, 6'4", and Bennett Lang just 5'11", but stayed with him stride for stride, got a hand on the ball and knocked it loose. Almost caught by Miller on the rebound, but ball fell away from him.
A couple of years ago, that would have been called face guarding, but that rule now has changed for the last couple of years, where you don't necessarily have to turn around and try to find the ball. You can put your hands up in the air in front of a receiver, providing you don't make contact. Of course, that would be pass interference.
Brings up 3rd and 8 for Everest at their own 22. 3 wideouts on the far side, 1 to the near side. Babinski back of the pistol, takes the snap, fades to pass with time now being rushed and throws across the middle over the head of his man Flynn Huffman at the 35, incomplete. Huffman was open, but the pass thrown a bit too high. He could not reach it.
Yeah, good thing Huffman got a hand on that ball, because that was headed right towards the safeties for Marshfield back there.
Good thing Huffman's only 5'9". Taller man may have brought that one in, but he couldn't corral it. So 4th down now for Everest, 4th and 8 at their own 22-yard line.
Both teams having trouble running the football so far.
Cohen Preby is punting for DC Everest. Here's the punt to the far side, and it's going to be grabbed by Pretsch at the 39, stumbles forward to the 44 and corralled right there. Once again, Marshfield has pretty good field position. They'll put the ball in play at their own 44-yard line. 4:40 remaining in the first quarter. Marshfield on top 3-0 as the Marshfield Tiger offense heads back out on the field.
So far, special teams or the kicking game has been a factor.
Yeah.
Nice punt there by Everest again. They punted twice, one for 40, one for 38.
Trevor Femmel leads out the Tiger offense. Jeff Marsh, the tailback, next to him. Lemoyne and Hinson, the wideouts, on 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Now the Tigers shift into a straight I formation with Anderson, the fullback. And Marsh off tackle, gets it at the line, falls forward for maybe 1 yard. Good penetration by a DC Everest linebacker. I believe that was Wyatt Geyer, who has 4 sacks already this year for DC Everest. He makes initial contact after a gain of 1 for Jeff Marsh. 2nd and 9 Tigers at their own 45-yard line. Tigers did score on their first possession tonight. 35-yard field goal by Braxton Kurth. Lemoyne and Jacoby to the near side. Anderson blocking back on the far side with Meverden. On 2nd and 9, high snap, Femmel grabs it, runs himself outside. 50-yard line, trying to get to that corner, and forced out of bounds around the Everest 49. He will gain about 6 yards on that run.
Nice job of blocking that time on the left side by the Tigers, especially on the corner over there. That might have been Meverden. They lined up in a tight end spot with a good block that got Femmel outside.
Oh, we talked to Coach Giedel this week. He mentioned we may see more designed runs for Trevor Femmel as the year progresses. That may have been one right there.
Oh, no doubt.
Here's a 3rd and 4 for the Tigers at the Everest 49-yard line. Lemoyne far side, Hinson near side. Marsh the running back. Meverden now shifts to a tight end on the near side. 3rd and 4. Femmel takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Quickly far side. The throw caught by Lemoyne. He stumbles down to about the Everest 36 and has the first down. Quick out there for Luke Lemoyne. Dale, do you see something on that defensive side that's giving those short passes to Marshfield right now?
Well, Everest is bringing a lot of people up at the line of scrimmage. They've got a 5-man front. Their linebackers are playing fairly shallow right now, but as I've mentioned in the past, Everest has had a tendency to be a little soft in the corners. Marshfield has beaten them deep in the past, and now they're just giving up a lot of yardage.
12 yards on that pass play to Lemoyne. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 37-yard line. Wideouts on either side. Anderson, the blocking back. Here's a pitch to Marsh coming near side, trying to get the corner, but won't get there. He's pulled down about the 41-yard line by Arlen Sangster. Good pursuit by Sangster. Marsh could not get outside, and Jeff loses 3 or 4 yards on that run. They're marking back at the 40, so it's a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 Tigers just outside the Everest 40-yard line. Eli Colby back in with a new play from the Tiger sideline. Tigers line up, and Lemoyne and Hinson both go wide far side. Meverden tight end near side. Marsh, the tailback, next to Femmel on 2nd and 14 from the 41-yard line. Femmel wants to pass, drops the ball, picks it back up, rolls far side, throws on the run, intercepted. Picked off by Matt Nielsen, who sidesteps some tacklers, then runs into Sebastian and Korvitz and is drilled around the 40-yard line.
And a late flag behind the play. The play will count. I mean, that was well after the play the interception happened.
Matt Nielsen with the pass interception, his first of the year. It's a holding call on Everest, apparently on the return. But Everest does have the football back. Femmel with his 4th interception of the year. So yardage will be marked off against Marshfield. Everest will have the football back following the interception by Nielsen. Ball goes back to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Evergreens at their own 18. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and Marshfield leads Everest 3-0. Evergreen's offense back on the field. 2 receivers on either side. Witt, the running back, next to Babinski, who's in that pistol formation. And Witt gets the handoff off tackle. He fights his way across the 25 to about the 27. Stopped by Colbeck and Daggett on that play. Witt gains about 5 on that run. 2nd and 5 Evergreens at their own 23-yard line. Evergreens line up once again. Huffman and Miller both wide near side. Clay Homan on the far side with Witt. And here's a handoff to Bankston, off tackle for about 5 yards, but short of the first down, however. Stopped at the 32. He'll be about a yard short of the first down marker. Excuse me, yes, the 32-yard line.
A little better push that time. Last couple plays for Everest. By push, I mean offensive linemen are pushing back the defensive line of the Tigers.
3rd and less than 1 for Everest at their own 32. With the running back next to Babinski, wideouts on either side, 2 wideouts on both sides.
Tigers will blitz here. Here it comes.
And the handoff goes to Witt, and he does not go very far. He may not have gotten there. Some good penetration by a couple of Tigers. I believe one of those men was Cole Halverson who got in there.
One of the things that Marshfield does on defense is they'll line up one side defensively a little stronger, and then it will make it look like there's a big gap on the defensive left side, and that's exactly what was there. Usually they blitz out of it. That's why I called blitz, and Everest ran right into it.
Now, no gain on the play, so 4th and less than 1 for the Evergreens. At their own 32, they line up in punt formation. Good snap back to Preby, and he is kicking the ball up the far sideline, not real far. And a fair catch called for by Pretsch at the Marshfield 38. So Tigers make a big play on that 3rd and less than 1, force the punt. And the Tigers have the ball back with just 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Tigers will take over at their own 38-yard line. Time for one more play before this quarter expires. Tigers line up, 1st and 10 Marshfield at their own 38-yard line. Femmel in the pistol, Marsh next to him, wideouts on both sides. Femmel takes the snap, hands to Marsh, sidesteps some tacklers, but can't get outside and stopped behind the line. He'll lose about a yard, maybe a half a yard. And that play will end the first quarter here at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield.
Marshfield player hurt as we go to break.
That's right, there's a Marshfield man down on the play. We'll check on his identity and his injury. We played one quarter here at Hiding Stadium, and our score is Marshfield 3, DC Everest nothing. Back with the second quarter in just a moment.
To avoid tooth and
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
The injured Tiger player is lineman James Clements, now walking off the field under his own power. Just mentioning that James is getting some playing time this week, and before we can do that, he suffers an injury, but looks like he's in decent shape, and he gets to the sidelines. Tigers on top 3-0 as we start the second quarter. Marshfield has the football at their own 38-yard line, faced with a 2nd and 10. Only score in this ball game, a 35-yard field goal by the Tigers' Braxton Kurth.
Well, Everest has rushed for 22 yards in this ball game. I'll give you Marshfield here in a second. It's not much better than that.
2nd and 10 Tigers at their own 38. Marsh the tailback, Lemoyne wide out near side. Jacoby flanked on the far side, tight to the formation. A couple of guys jump on the Everest side. We could have a encroachment call on Braxton Rickert, who jumped into the neutral zone and 5 yards against DC Everest.
That can hopefully be a little effective in maybe slowing this Everest front down. Boy, they have been making good penetration, especially against the run, and have actually chased Femmel out of the pocket a time or two.
Now 2nd and 5 Tigers at their own 43, and Femmel pitches to Marsh, trying to get outside, cuts back up and then slips again. gains about 2 yards to the 45. We've seen Jeff slip a couple of times tonight. Looked like he had a nice hole there, but just fell down as he got to the 45-yard line. So 3rd and 3 now for the Tigers at their own 45. Eli Colby back in. By the way, that Tiger offensive line, Andrew Marsh at left tackle, Noah Peterson the left guard, Sebastian Grankorvitz at center, Riley Heller at right guard, Carter Serra is the right tackle. 3rd and 3 Tigers at their own 45-yard line. Tigers shift into an I formation. Colby and Marsh in the backfield behind Femmel, who's under center here. And Femmel gives to Marsh. Gets it in the backfield. He'll be dropped for a loss. Good penetration again by Carson Dabchak, the Everest linebacker, and Marsh has no place to go. He'll lose about 2 yards on the play. Marsh brought down at the 43. It's 4th and 5 Tigers at their own 43. And Noah Peterson on to punt for the first time tonight, averaging 38 yards per kick this year. Marsh will send Matt Nielsen back deep, Dale.
Marsh with only 9 yards in 7 carries so far, and most of those are for a loss. He's had 1 positive gain of 1 yard tonight so far.
Peterson kicking from his own 30-yard line. Nielsen lines up inside his 15. Good snap. Here's the kick. Line drive kick. Bounces inside the 20. Rolls inside the 15. To the 10. To the 8. And stopped right there. 49-yard punt for Noah Peterson with no return. And Everest has the football at their own 8-yard line. We're still early in the second quarter. And Marshfield on top in this ball game 3-0.
So far, the highlight of the game for the most part, other than 1 or 2 long runs, one of those by Femmel for 14 yards, has been the punting game. Both teams doing a pretty good job on some decent-sized punts so far, at least of 40 yards on most of them.
The Everest offense back on the field. 1st and 10 Evergreens at their own 8-yard line. Miller wide to the near side. Huffman far side. Babinski with a split backfield behind him on 1st and 10. And he runs into his own running back, then gets outside, then gets hit inside the 5-yard line and stop right there. Some real mass confusion by the Evergreens. Nick Spencer gets there to make the hit with several other Tigers back at the 6. So Babinski loses 2 on that play.
Everest likes to run a trap. They've got backs that are split, but the quarterback will come out towards one of the running backs, hand the ball to him, and he will dive back over center. And if that mesh with quarterback and running back isn't good, that's exactly what happens.
Huffman wide far side, Miller to the near side, split backs on 2nd and 12. And once again, the handoff goes to Bengtson. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe fell forward for 1 yard. I think that was Adrian Kruger on that stop for Marshfield.
Yes.
At the 6, no gain on that play.
Coming in from behind the play. Everest not sealing off the backside that time. In other words, the line away from where they were trying to run.
3rd and 12 Everest at their own 6-yard line. Miller to the far side. Holman and McDonald wide near side. Huffman also on the far side, and Babinski in the pistol on 3rd and 12 from his own 6 to pass from his own goal line. Steps up, runs away, gets hit, goes back in the end zone, still on his feet, now stops and throws across the middle. A man's wide open to the 15-yard line. Cuts outside to the 20, he'll have the first down. And that's Witt on the catch. Good job by Babinski avoiding the rush. Finally finding Witt across the middle, and that play gains 15 yards and gives Everest a first down.
Who was the receiver there,
That was Simon Witt out of the backfield made that catch.
Thank you.
So a 1st and 10 for Everest at their own 22. Tigers had Everest in a 3rd and long at their own 6, but Babinski with his quick feet evades the possible sack and gets that pass off.
He almost stumbled and fell down in the end zone, but regained his balance.
Slot receivers on either side on 1st and 10 from the 22. And it's Babinski trying to get outside, and Daggett runs him down back at the 18-yard line. Babinski tried to run to the outside himself. Babinski this year has rushed for 54 yards, including 51 in the ballgame against Green Bay Preble, but Daggett saw that one coming and drops Babinski for a loss of 4 back at the 18-yard line.
Boy, these defensive fronts right now, both teams are they're penetrating, and they're making it really difficult for either offensive team to run the football right now.
2nd and 14 for Everest at their own 18-yard line. 2 receivers on either side here. Babinski back in the pistol formation, takes the snap, rolls far side. Daggett on the run, hits him as he throws down the far sideline, and the ball is dropped at the 45-yard line of Marshfield by Huffman. He was double covered on the play, but a big rush by Daggett. Still a very good throw by Babinski on target. And Huffman, who was double covered, got his hands on the football but could not reel it in.
Wow, Babinski threw that ball over 50 yards in the air as Daggett was drilling him right in the chest.
Sets up a 3rd and long for Everest, 3rd and 14 for the Evergreens at their own 18-yard line.
A lot of courage for a quarterback at any level to stand in there when I think he saw it coming that time too.
Huffman and Miller near side. Holman and McDonald on the far side. Babinski back in the pistol on 3rd and 14 from his own 18-yard line. Tiger defensive line digs in. Babinski takes the snap. Back to pass, being rushed, gets hit, gets away, gets hit once again, now taken down around the line of scrimmage. Finally forced down by Spencer and by Geiger at the line of scrimmage, so there'll be no sack on the play, but also no gain on the run. But Daggett and several other Tigers in there hurriedly to force Babinski from the pocket. They will give him no yards on the play, so 4th and 14 Everest at their own 18-yard line.
You know what it does to quarterbacks too in this sort of thing is I'll get it after this play. They're going to punt here.
Preby on to punt. Evan Pretsch back deep for Marshfield at his own 45-yard line. And the kick is away, a line drive. Pretsch gets back and grabs the ball on the 38-yard line. Takes a couple of hits, but falls forward to about the 43. Go ahead, Dale.
Well, what happens when you see quarterbacks getting flushed like this, just so many people coming into the backfield and right in these guys' face, and on top of that, they get drilled after they throw it. I mean, that makes them real gun-shy back here at any level. I don't care if you're a pro, you're a college player, high school player, or junior high. It doesn't matter. You get that kind of pressure on a quarterback, and on top of it, not only pressure, but some heavy hits. That's going to work to the defense's advantage.
I'm sure. 6:59 left, first half. Tigers lead 3-0. 1st and 10 Marshfield at their own 43. Femmel will throw the ball near sideline, and Hinson wide open makes the catch at about the Everest 49 and is stopped right there. He'll pick up about 7 yards on that quick out.
Yeah, they
on the
tried
sideline.
They tried that play earlier in the game, and Femmel was just a little bit too high and wide with the throw. This time, right on time.
Gains 9 on that play to the Everest 49. 2nd and 1 Tigers inside Everest territory.
Now this opens up, obviously, the playbook to doing a lot of things with only a yard and a half or so to go for a first down.
Jacoby wide far side, Lemoyne near side.
Tigers shift.
They shift into a straight I with Colby and Marsh behind Femmel. Femmel gives to Colby straight ahead, shakes a tackle, dives forward, and gets back to the line of scrimmage and stopped right there. There'll be no gain on the play. Good penetration by Miles Paulson, defensive tackle for Everest, and Colby picks up nothing on that play. 3rd and about a yard and a half for Marshfield at the Everest 48. Braden Anderson back in with a new play from the sidelines. Lemoyne and Jacoby wideouts on the far side. Anderson blocking back on the far side. Femmel in the pistol with Marsh next to him on 3rd and less than 2. And Femmel wants to run himself, breaks away from tacklers, gets outside across the 45, down to the 40-yard line for the first down. Trevor Femmel runs himself, some nifty running on the inside, and he'll pick up 9 on that run to the Everest 39-yard line.
Some misdirection by the Tigers there with Marsh going to the right to a fake handoff and then Femmel keeping it off of left tackle. Nice job there.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 39, 5.5 remaining. First half, Tigers lead 3-0.
Everest teams pursue so well to the football. Not that Marshfield doesn't, but Everest has really been known for that, and they've been susceptible. Here's a timeout, Gene.
Marshfield is taking a timeout, their first timeout of the first half. We have 5:28 remaining in the first half, and our score is Marshfield 3, DC Everest 0. Back to Hiding Stadium and more football in just a moment.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Follow Wisconsin Badger football with Coach Paul. Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ.
Well, the Tigers come out and throw another pass interception on a tipped ball. Ball was deflected from a Tiger receiver and caught on the deflection by a DC Everest defensive back who went down at the 27-yard line.
Tough call there for the officials. The ball was tipped. It looked like it might have been on the ground, but the official in the back end and also the umpire underneath were kind of blocked out by players. So, well, I don't know. Marshfield players insisting that the ball was tipped and it was on the ground, but the officials are going to say it's Everest football. Tough call for the officials there.
Everest has the football back at their own 27-yard line. We have 5:21 remaining in the first half. Marshfield leads this contest 3-0. Jack Babinski leads out the Everest offense. He's back in the pistol. Simon Witt next to him on first down. Babinski to pass. Throws far sideline. Caught by Miller. Dropped immediately after a short gain. Well done by Bennett Lang on that far sideline. And Miller falls forward to the 31. He'll pick up 4 on that play. That's his 14th catch this year. 2nd and 6, Everest at their own 31-yard line.
Good job of tackling there. Those short passes they kind of nag at you and frustrate you a little bit, but as long as you make the tackle on those, for the most part, that sort of thing isn't going to hurt you. They're going to have to complete an awful lot of those to go down and score.
Miller wide far side, Huffman near side, 2nd and 6 from the 31. Babinski takes the snap, fakes a pass, throws the near sideline for Huffman. He's open, and the ball is knocked away. I believe a flag down at the 45-yard line. Bennett Lang and Vaughn Kolbeck both there defensively on Huffman. We could have an interference call here against Marshfield. There's some hand fighting when that ball got to the receiver.
Well, the Marshfield defender is kind of going through the offensive player from Everest there. Another one of those, a tough call where there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat going on, but the official felt that the biggest instigator there was the Marshfield defensive back.
So the ball now placed at the Everest 45-yard line, 1st and 10 Evergreens. 4.5 left in the first half. Marshfield on top of this ball game, 3-0. Miller to the far side, Huffman wide near side. Babinski in the pistol. Witt next to him. And the handoff goes to Witt, slips through a hole at the 50-yard line to the 45, breaks out across the 40-yard line to the 35, and down inside the Tiger 35-yard line.
Good hard running that time. Witt coming to his offensive right side, and the right side of the line did a good job of caving in the Marshfield defense that time. And then Witt, as he got across the line of scrimmage, was hit several times but ran through some tackles.
He gains 23 yards on that play. Witt, 5'11", 177 senior, making his first appearance of the year for the Evergreens. 1st and 10, DC Everest at the Tiger 32. Miller and Huffman, the wideouts. Babinski back in the pistol. Takes the snap, back to pass, steps up, throws to the near sideline, and caught by Miller going out of bounds to the 23-yard line. They'll rule that a catch. As he went out of bounds to the 22-yard line, picks up 11 more. First down for Everest at the Tiger 22. And so that pass interception has awakened the Everest offense. They move from their own 27 to the Tiger 22 in 3 plays.
Both teams turning to the short pass because it's been so difficult to run the ball. Very nice throw that time, I should say, by Babinski, a left-hander, and he put it right on the money.
Miller now leaving the ball game, maybe an equipment issue, and Pearson McDonald comes in. Everest football on the Tiger 22-yard line. Their deepest penetration of the ball game. Evergreens line up. Babinski back in the pistol. Witt behind him. McDonald wide near side. and Huffman on the far side. Line is down. Babinski will take it himself following Witt's block through the hole on the left side inside the 20-yard line to about the 17. Babinski runs himself for 5 yards.
Miller coming back in the ball game. I saw that they were just kind of using some wipes to kind of clean off his elbow, so it's probably the blood rule or whatever you want to call it.
2nd and 5 now for DC Everest at the Tigers' 17-yard line. Huffman far side, Miller wide out near side. Jack Babinski, the quarterback. He's a left-hander, by the way. Takes the snap, pump fakes, now throws near side for Miller near the goal line. He goes up near the goal line and gets in for the touchdown.
Oh, he could.
17-yard pass play between Babinski and Miller. Miller's 6th touchdown catch this year. He had 3 against Appleton West a week ago. Now has another to cap a 5-play, 73-yard scoring drive, and Everest leads 6-3.
Pump fake by Witt to this right side over here. Then Miller took off down the field, and that was real close to being out of bounds, but officials felt he was in.
Gabe Goldbach, who's 9 of 9 on PAT tries this year, will attempt the point after. Miller, the holder. Ball is down. Here's the kick. Low kick, but it gets through for the extra point. So DC Everest on the scoreboard at 3:06 remaining in the second quarter. And our score is Everest 7 and the Marshfield Tigers 3.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs are in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stones shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Back in deep safety for the Tigers inside the 10-yard line. Kick on the way, end over end kick. Willowite at the 4. Straight ahead to the 15, the 20. 25 has a gaping hole across the 30 to the 35 and spun down there.
Tigers doing some cross blocking on the return, which means some of the return blockers on the left-hand side cross over and take on some of the players coming down in the opposite field, and same thing on the right side of the field. They kind of crisscross and create a wall or an avenue right down the middle. We haven't seen a lot of that real strong return to the sideline wall return so far this year from the Tigers, but that was a good one there.
Tiger football at their own 36, 2:57 left in the second quarter. Everest now leads 7-3. Trevor Femmel in the pistol, Jeff Marsh next to him. And on first down, Trevor carries himself to the 40-yard line, spins across to about the 41, maybe the 42. Once again, he fakes to Marsh and takes it himself for about 6 yards. 2nd and 4 Tigers at their own 42-yard line. Eli Colby back in for Braden Anderson at the fullback spot.
37 yards now for Femmel in only 4 carries. Most of those have been on the, other than that one scramble off a pass, have been off a counter action in the backfield.
Wide receivers on either side. 2nd and 4 from the 42. Femmel will hand to Marsh this time. Not much running room, but he breaks outside with some holes across the 45 to midfield into Everest territory and not to the bounds at the Everest 48. Some tough running there for Jeff Marsh.
I guess so. He just disappeared in the middle of a pile. If you watched the Badgers game last week, Allen for the Badgers kind of did the same thing. He disappeared, and next thing you know, he's coming to the outside and goes 96 yards for a touchdown.
And Jeff gains 10 on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 48. 2:15 left first half. Tigers trail 7-3. Femmel back in the pistol. Fakes the handoff, back to pass with time. Now rolls to the far sideline. He'll start to run himself across the 50, 45 to the 40-yard line, inside the 40, and finally taken down about the 37.
Great individual effort that time. Everest did have a man for outside contain that forced Femmel to come back inside, but Femmel, with a kind of a couple shifty moves near the line of scrimmage, got by a couple people, ran over a couple people, and big positive yardage.
Picks up 11 more on that play. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 37. 1:55 left first half. Tigers down 7-3. Slot formation. Seidel back in the ballgame at tailback here.
And the man coverage.
And Femmel back to pass. Throws deep to the far sideline. Has Lemoyne behind the defense, who goes up and grabs it inside the 10-yard line.
Lemoyne beats the man-to-man coverage. Everest in man-to-man coverage that time. Femmel given just enough time to get the ball off. Beautiful play.
30 yards from Femmel to Luke Lemoyne. The Tigers have a first down at the Everest 7-yard line.
And Lemoyne, Gene, as you mentioned here too, is he went up and he took that ball away from an Everest player.
Luke Lemoyne at 6'4" went up high to grab that one. And Marshfield in scoring range. 1st and goal Tigers at the Everest 7. Tigers trail 7-3. 90 seconds left before halftime. 2 blocking backs in the ball game here, and Femmel will give to Marsh straight ahead. Can't go anywhere. Cut down back at the 9.
Yeah.
Jeff loses 2 on that play. 2nd and goal Tigers at the Everest 9-yard line. Tigers change personnel here. Anderson comes back in along with Jacoby.
Cole Stevens, a 279-pound lineman for Everest, in there on that play.
2nd and goal Tigers at the Everest 9. Femmel in the pistol. Anderson and Jacoby blocking backs on the near side. Femmel back to pass. Lobs it far side, looking for Lemoyne in the end zone. Goes up and grabs it for the touchdown. A jump ball for Luke Lemoyne. He goes up and grabs it. His 3rd touchdown catch of the year to cap a 6-play, 64-yard scoring drive. And Marshfield back on top, 9-7.
Perfectly thrown fade pass that time by Lemoyne, where he just threw it over the outside shoulder, and Lemoyne, being the tall receiver, went up and grabbed it, but it was just no chance for the Everest defender on that play.
Braxton Kurth on the PAT try. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And so the Tigers back on top. 53 seconds remaining before halftime, and our score now, Marshfield 10, DC Everest 7, and back to Hiding Stadium and more football in just a moment.
Central Wisconsin weather for tonight.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In Central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield.
Well, the Marshfield Tigers, after going down by a 7-3 count, come right down the field and score their first touchdown of the ball game, and now lead 10-7 with 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Braxton Kurth kicking off once again. Neuendank and Huffman back deep for DC Everest.
And both teams having to resort to putting the ball in the air to score points.
Well, neither team running the ball real well, except, Femmel's had some nice runs. Witt had one nice run for Everest. The kick by Braxton Kurth. Line drive. And Neuendank at the 3 to the 10-yard line, the 15, and chased down there by several Tigers. The first man there was Willowite, and then Ben Deitch brings him down back inside the 15-yard line. They'll give him, I think, to the 15. That'll be it.
Well, Tigers fired up here now. Hopefully they can produce a turnover.
1st and 10 Everest, right on their own 15-yard line. Just 46 seconds remaining before halftime. Marshfield leads 10-7. Everest does have 3 timeouts remaining. Huffman and Miller, the wide receivers. Babinski in the pistol. Witt next to him. Snap is back. Babinski back to pass. Steps up, throws near sideline for Miller, makes the catch, and push out of bounds at the 26-yard line by Joshua Schaefer.
The timing right now between Babinski and Miller is very good.
He gains 10 on the play, but enough for the first down. 1st and 10 Everest at their own 25. Clock stopped at 42 seconds left. Preston Miller, 13 catches coming into this ball game, including a 52-yarder against Chippewa Falls a couple of weeks ago.
He's got 4 for 42 and a touchdown tonight.
He's having a good night. 2 receivers on the far side on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Babinski rolling to the far sideline, stops. Now comes back to the near sideline, gets hit and taken down by Willowhite at the line of scrimmage. Daggett forced him back inside, and Willowhite tripped him up. No sack there because he does fall forward for half a yard. 2nd and 10 from the 25. 25 seconds left, clock moving, and Babinski spikes it. Babinski spikes the ball. And so 3rd and 10 coming up for the Evergreens at their own 25-yard line. 22 seconds left before halftime. Everest now will take a timeout. They'll spike the ball and take a timeout. So Everest's first time out of the ball game. 22 seconds left before halftime, and our score now is Marshfield 10, DC Everest 7. Back to Hiding Stadium in just a moment.
Hey, truckers.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
With the arm that Babinski has here, I doubt if they go that route. In fact, they haven't even lined up in something that would be efficient for that.
Miller wide near side, picked up by Lang. Huffman wide far side. Babinski takes the snap, fades the pass. Being rushed by Daggett, gets hit by Daggett and sacked inside the 20-yard line. Isaac Daggett with the quarterback sack, his 3rd this year. Clock is moving, 10 seconds remaining. Ball's back at the 18. Now Marshfield will take a timeout. Daggett and Willowhite, both the quarterback sacks tonight. Ball's placed back at the 18-yard line, a loss of 7 on the play.
Trying that, well, the old backyard, you used to call it down, out, and down, but a Z-stop or a goal pattern where the Miller that time, like he did earlier and caught a long pass, faked like he was running an out pattern and tried to beat the Marshfield.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Cohen Preby averaging over 42 yards per punt, kicking for the Evergreens inside his own 10. Good snap, and Preby boots it away, high kick, and Pretsch at his own 44, coming to the near sideline, cuts back inside to midfield and taken down right there as time expires, ending the first half of football here at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. The Tigers on the scoreboard early with a field goal by Braxton Kurth. Then Everest comes back after a pass interception and scores to go ahead. Marshfield then drives the field and scores on a nice pass play between Trevor Femmel and Luke Lemoyne. The Tigers have a 10-7 lead here at the halftime break. Quick mention about basketball. A top ball player in the Great Northern Conference, now receiving some interest from Division II college basketball programs.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Zaleski Sports Hard Knocks DC Everest is sponsored by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. Two of the offensive leaders for the 2022 DC Everest Evergreens are senior quarterback Jack Bobinski and senior center Cole Stevens. Well, at least he caught it, though. That would have been embarrassing if he dropped it. I mean, it was embarrassing enough to begin with.
All right, now. Call me baby, my baby, me and Naughty, driving a Ferrari.
We got practice today and then first day of school tomorrow. So tell us about strategies about how to handle school and football at the same time. You're a senior, so you've had these strategies before.
Right. So sometimes you'll just be in class, and whenever you have a lot of time to work, or just whenever the teacher's not talking, you can sit on your iPad, watch huddle. That's how I always did it. Whenever I had time in the class, I would always pull up huddle, always kind of see what we're doing. It's not too much of a big deal when school plays into factor. It's either I'm at home or I'm watching it, we're planning stuff, writing down plays, or just in school. So I don't think about it too much, but it's not too difficult to cope both together.
Okay, so I'm gonna hand this to you. This is with sports. On the roster, they got you at 5 foot tall. I mean, you're at least 5
5 foot tall.
Yeah, you're at least 5'2", right?
Of course, I'm 6 foot. With cleats on. With cleats on.
6'4" too.
Come on, bro. 5 feet.
So that's coach, right? We got to get coach to correct that. That's where they get that from.
Yeah, they also didn't put my rushing touchdown on there either. On our statistic ones.
Oh.
You're like 5'2". I'm 5 foot apparently.
Yeah, well, to some. Yeah, to some.
Right.
So that's a statewide resource. DC Everest is known statewide. Tell us about that. What, the tradition, the history here about being known statewide.
Yeah, we used to be a powerhouse school. Coach Wayne Steffhagen, he was the man. He always set the tone around here. So we always had the athletes, we had the skill, we had the coaches. I guess it just went downhill like in the past, like a lot of years, like not recently, but it's just been kind of declining from what we used to be. We used to be powerhouse top 5 school, but ever since it's just been kind of slowly going downhill, but we're working to bring it back up. I definitely feel like we're one of those teams that can definitely be up there, at least in the rankings. We just got to show it.
So quarterback, in this offense, sometimes in the shotgun, sometimes in the pistol, some under center. So tell us what it's like getting your hands under Cole's butt half the time.
I love it. We've been doing it for a while now, and it's nothing new, especially off the field. So. What? Yo. Nah, but.
All right, so Cole Stevens, offensive lineman. What about, why football, right? You could run cross country, maybe, right? Maybe some of these kind of check themselves off the box.
Yeah.
If we got soccer going on, you can work. Why football? What is it about football?
It's the only time you can legally hurt someone and not get in trouble for it. I mean, you can take out all your anger, all the stress, everything on the field. It's all awesome.
You and the other 4 on the offensive line, and there's others too, but the 5 of you that are out there, you're kind of a fraternity. You're a band of brothers out there on the offensive line. Tell us what that's like.
It's great stuff. We hang out all the time. We have food parties at my house. We swim at my house. We go out. We go watch movies together. It's amazing. When you guys are all tight together, 5 linemen, it's awesome.
And then you get to call the huddle. So you're in charge of a lot out there. Who gave you this kind of authority?
I kind of proved myself over time, and then talks to Strelo and whatnot, talks to the other coaches. They trust me, they trust Jack, and we try to lead that office as best as we can.
And there's got to be some downtime. So school's done, football's done. You got to relax. What's your go-to?
Man, hopping on, playing a little video games, watching Breaking Bad, eating a whole lot of food, drinking a lot of water. Yeah, that's about it. Fortnite, yeah.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Legally, yes, but I'm gonna say no.
Okay, why? What is it?
It's a wiener and a bun. Right? I mean, bro, what did you say?
You heard it here. You heard it here first. We got the run going.
Woo!
Flowers walking up. 40. Twins right, 6 out of left, blue pass. Now one-on-one. Ready, go.
I'm here to flow.
Afterwards, we're down by 12 right now. So we score, we're down by 5. We get the ball back, we have time left to score to win. And that'll be 10%. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It ain't even school yet. That's a lot to think about. Hey, 32. Keep working. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. It's good recovery. Go Steelers, NFL ball. Kill. 30 seconds. Go. 25 seconds left. Come on, Blake. Hey, those are the little things, though, guys. Again, we've talked about that before. The little things make a big difference. It's not the cool thing. I'm going to tell you that right now because most people are going to look at you like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Yeah, but you got to be better than that. You got to be above that. You got to go. You've got to go. It is serious stuff. It makes a big difference when you go establish that yourself with that teacher and make that relationship because you're going to get the better grade then. Whatever you need to do to get to the better grade, you've got to do it. One day you're going to have to do it with your boss too, right? Could be the difference of a pay raise as you go. It makes a big difference. Do it. What is it going to hurt? What is it going to hurt? Hey, I'm super proud of you guys. Yeah, we stumbled last week. We stumbled. And you had two choices at that point. We talked to you about it. You're going to sit and whine like a baby, or are you going to step up and you're going to work? I thought today was our best practice of probably the year. Today was the best practice. There was really good tempo. Guys were flying around. We were talking. We were communicating. We were doing a good job. That's what it takes. You're setting yourself up for success for Friday night. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm telling you, you're doing some right things here. Okay, we could have done better in the classroom, right? We missed an opportunity today with you guys in the classroom to go establish yourself with those teachers. Making sure that you're helping somebody. I'll tell you, the sophomores were walking around. I asked those guys today, I said, was it beneficial that you guys had a day without the juniors and seniors? And just about everyone said yes, because they don't have to worry about the juniors. And so they're a little worried tomorrow to be in school with you guys. You need to make sure that you go out of your way to help those people.
You make sure you go out of your way to help them, okay? Because that is going to be huge to make sure we start the school year off right, and you help those sophomores. Be that guy. Don't be the guy that's sitting there going, oh, I'm not going to help these sophomores. I remember when I was a sophomore. No, be better than that. Help them out tomorrow, first day in school, with all of you guys together. Make them feel comfortable and a part of our group. That's how you build this program, too. It's huge. It's huge. Good practice today. Thought you did a heck of a job. Miller, you got in the middle.
Hey, specialist got to see me. Kicking specialist got to see me after practice. And the green offensive line, see me after practice.
Yo.
Hog Trough at my house tomorrow. It's pretty close to Jack's, couple blocks. Please go RSVP on band. And yeah, let's have a good practice tomorrow. Against Appleton West on Friday, all right? Trees out there, family on 6. 1, 2, 3.
You are looking at Wayne Steffenhagen Field at Howard Steam Stadium. I'm Chris Conley, and the Evergreens are on the air. Week 3 of the high school football season. Ball's on the tee, ready for the kickoff. Week 3, let's light this candle. Evergreen and Terror's underway. That goes over the head of the return man and into the end zone. Ezra Brown, who's got speed to burn, misjudged that, had to go right over his head. So 20-yard line, 1st and 10. They're not in punt formation here on 4th and 3. Let's see if they shift at the last minute. Going for it on 4th down, deep in their own end. Quarterback steps up. That doesn't work. Again, the Evergreens trying to capitalize on the shortest of fields after Appleton West turned the ball over on 4th down. Handoff, power football, Blake to the end zone. Touchdown, Evergreens! Trips up high. The Evergreens like to blitz in this spot. Protection, wow, that's a hold that's not called. And the quarterback is going to run, and there is the late flag. 3rd and 2, and West needs a 3rd down conversion like the desert needs rain. They take a one-on-one shot. You know, the Evergreens a lot of times on defense put their defensive backs on that island one-on-one. Took a shot downfield, pass is too long and incomplete. Caden and Blake Bangston are the backs here behind Bobinski. Bobinski will throw. Has protection, throws back across his body. The one that you don't want to, no matter, he's got it. Preston Miller. Yep. With 3-2 on the official game clock. Yeah, this will count to the flat. One-on-one coverage. First contact couldn't quite get there. Second does. This is going to be short. Did that ball come loose? It's a turnover, and the Evergreens have it. As the receiver was going to the ground, boy, and suddenly the rushed play works against Appleton West too. The ball's turned over, and the Evergreens have it. A few times today, the Evergreens have 3rd down from behind the chains. Twins to either side. Straight drop. Now the protection breaks down. Bobinski is flushed out. Throws. All alone. Broken coverage. And the Evergreens, wow, there was no one within 15 yards. It's Clay Holman. 2 backs behind Bobinski. Second man through to the end zone. Touchdown, Blake Bangston from 4 yards out. Twins.
Great job.
Twins to either side. Protection's good again. Now a late rush. To the end zone. Open. Touchdown, Evergreens. Late flag. Flag in the backfield. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. So the 17-yard, you know what? The quarterback's happy to take the lick if the ball's in the end zone, right? Twins to either side. Bobinski in the pistol. This formation tells me we're looking for more. 3-step drop. Protection's good. To one-on-one coverage. One play later. Touchdown. A 3rd touchdown catch for Preston Miller. A 30-yard strike. That was a really nice ball from Bobinski. Welcome back to Steffenhagen Field. I'm Chris Conley. We wrap up our Week 3 high school football coverage. The Evergreens 44-22 winners over Appleton West. And the happy guy to my right is Coach Tim Strelo. Coach, last week the game turned on a mental mistake, and you said to the team last week, we got to turn the page quickly from this. They really did. They passed a test tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. After the game was over, I challenged the guys immediately to say, you know, we hit adversity. You know, we stumbled, we didn't win the game, we didn't do what we wanted, and how are you going to respond? Talked all week about responding positively, working harder, getting it done in practice, and I really feel like this game was won in practice. the guys responded really well with great attitudes all week in practice, and I think it showed.
Preston Miller, wide receiver, had 3 touchdown catches today. The first one, your quarterback threw across his body, and we're saying in the press box, no, you don't throw that way, and he did, and found you in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he's been doing a really good job this year, and we knew from last week we had to get better. Jack's a great quarterback. He made a great throw.
Bien crazy, tú me dices baby, yo te digo maybe, tú te pones sexy.
He does a great job at seeing the field.
And the 2 other touchdown the catches were actually nice catches. One-on-one coverage where it looked like both times you beat your defensive back.
Yeah, that's my job. I mean, as a 6'4" receiver, I just know I got to go up and get it and be aggressive. And yeah, Jack put it there, and I caught it. And I'm Preston Miller, and I'm in the house.
Be that guy. Don't be the guy that's sitting there going, I'm not going to help these sophomores. I remember when I was a sophomore. No, be better than that. Help them out tomorrow, first day in school, with all of you guys together. Make them feel comfortable and a part of our group. That's how you build this program, too. It's huge. It's huge. Good practice today. Thought you did a heck of a job. Miller, you got in the middle.
Hey, specialists got to see me. Kicking specialists got to see me after practice. And the green offensive line see me after practice.
Hog off at my house tomorrow. It's pretty close to Jack's, couple blocks. Please go RSVP on band. And yeah, let's have a good practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
You don't do it like me. Against Appleton West on Friday, all right? Trees out there, family on 6.
1, 2, 3. Family.
They really bottled him up, and to be honest with you, he had a gain of 10 on one play in there, but he
Everest has bottled up Jeff pretty well in this ball game tonight, averaging over 6 yards per run coming into this ball game, but his percentage much lower tonight. 2nd and 9 Tigers at their own 28-yard line. Tigers moving from north to south or left to right here at Hiding Stadium. Jacoby to the near side, Lemoyne far side. Tigers now shift into a straight I backfield with Femmel under center. Trevor will go back to pass the football, flushes out and runs himself across the 30 to the 35, breaks a tackle up the far sideline to near the 45-yard line before he goes out of bounds. We'll see where they spot him. He may have stepped out earlier. The official over there says about the 43, I believe. But still a nice run by Femmel. He gains 15 yards and gives Marshfield the first down.
There aren't a lot of teams in high school that assign a defensive player to what's called a spy position, where they will take one player on the offense and they will follow them wherever they go, and most of the time it's a quarterback. I don't see Everest doing that right now, so Femmel has opportunities to break free.
1st and 10 Tigers at their own 43-yard line. I backfield behind Femmel. There's a pitch play to Marsh coming near side. Big block by Anderson. Can't get outside, though. He does fall forward for about 2 to the 45-yard line.
Tough team to try to run sweeps or run wide plays against. They just pursue so well.
Yeah, Jeff Marsh has tried to go outside several times. Not much out there tonight for Jeff. He does gain 2 on that play. It's 2nd and 8 Tigers at their own 45-yard line. Eli Colby back into play fullback. He and Anderson alternate that spot. Lemoyne and Hinson to the far side. Meverton tight end on the near side. Colby lines up as a wing on the far side, and Femmel is in the pistol formation on 2nd and 8. Trevor fakes the handoff, rolls far side, stops, and throws down the far sideline in traffic, but a comeback catch, I believe. A flag down as well. That was Brooks Hinson, who came back for the ball, made the catch about the 33. I'm not sure he was inbounds or not. And at that point, a flag was thrown also.
It's going to be a pass interference call one way or the other.
It could be on Hinson.
In front of the Everest bench. So we'll see.
The defensive back on that side, Dylan Neuendank. And the official is still conferring.
One official is just saying an incomplete pass.
And the Everest defense going back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it was the back judge that threw the skyrocket flag across the field. It would look like might be pass interference.
They're going to call holding. Pass interference against Marshfield and holding against DC Everest. So they offset. Well, that's interesting.
Okay.
Pass interference on Hinson, but holding on Neuendank. So no play. 2nd and 8 Tigers. Ball back at the 45-yard line.
In front of the Everest bench. Okay, here we go, boys.
Lemoyne near side. Jacoby far side. Seidel back in the ball game at tailback. Tigers now shift, but Meverton their tight end on the far side. High snap goes over Femmel's head. He goes back to grab it. Ball's loose around the 35-yard line, and Everest may have it.
Everett does have it.
A high snap, and the ball fallen on by Thor Fowler. The Tigers' 3rd turnover tonight. And good field position for DC Everest. They'll put the ball in play at the Tiger 35-yard line. Everest has it back with 10:47 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and Marshfield still leading 10-7. But Everest with a short field to work with here. 2 pass interceptions, now a fumble on a bad snap. Jack Babinski back in there, quarterback. On 1st down, wants to pass the football. With time, rolls out far side, starts to run. 35-30, up the far sideline, 25, and out of bounds around the 25. We'll see where they spot him out on that far sideline. Looks like about the maybe the 28, about 3 yards upfield, but does gain 7 on that scramble.
Not only a good arm, but he's pretty quick.
Yes, he is.
Scoot pretty good.
Yeah, he ran for 51 yards in one ball game against Green Bay Preble this year. Last year, he ran for 107 against the Tigers. Did some spot starting work in place of Bo Svoke when Svoke got hurt last year. 2nd and 3 for Everest at the Tiger 28-yard line. Split backfield, and the handoff to Bankston straight ahead. He'll push the pile across the 25 to about the 24. maybe the 23, and get the first down.
Inside power or trap play that time by Everest picks up those yardage.
Ball marked at the 24-yard line, gain of 4. First and 10 Evergreens at the Tiger 24. 10:30 remaining, third quarter. Tigers lead 10-7. After suffering their third turnover tonight, Marshfield's given Everest good field position. Miller near side, Huffman wide far side, split backfield. Handoff goes to Witt, straight ahead across the 20, dives down to about the 15. And tripped up there by Carson Mattis. Witt picks up 8 on that play. 2nd and 2, Evergreens just inside the Tiger 16-yard line. Everest lines up, Miller far side, Huffman flanked on the near side. Mattis and Bankston split behind Babinski. He's under center on this play. Fake handoff, and Babinski rolls near side, throws on the run towards the end zone, but over Miller's head at the incomplete. Miller breaking open on the back line of the end zone, but Babinski's pass a bit behind him, and Miller could not bring it in. It's incomplete. So a third down play here for the Evergreens. There's a flag down as well, by the way. Flag down now at the line of scrimmage. So we'll see what this is all about. No indication as of yet. Appears the call, however, will go against the Evergreens. And a major infraction. Ball goes back to the 26, as Dale mentions, holding. Ball is back at the 26, still second down, but now 2nd and 12 for Everest. At the Tiger 26. Huffman far side, Miller wide out near side. Picked up by Joshua Schaefer. Babinski back on the pistol, takes the snap, and hands to Witt, trying to get outside. Breaks a couple of tackles at the 20-yard line, push out of bounds near the 15. Witt gets outside and picks up 11. He'll be close to the first down. Creates a 3rd and about 1 for DC Everest. So they get 11 back on the running play. 3rd and 1 Evergreens at the Tiger 15. Babinski back on the pistol. Witt, the tailback behind him. And Witt straight ahead, and not much there. He stood up, and he won't get there. Witt stopped outside the 15-yard line. Strong defense. Cole Halverson there, and several other Tigers. No gain on the play, so a decision now for Everest. 4th and 1 Evergreens. In fact, he may have lost a half yard. 4th and close to 2 outside the 15. And Gabe Goldbach, who is 0 for 1 on field goal tries this season, will attempt a field goal from the 22-yard line. A 32-yard field goal try for Goldbach. He's not missed a PAT, but 0 for 1 on field goals this year. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. The kick is plenty long, and the kick is good. 32-yard field goal by Gabe Goldbach, and Everest ties the ball game. We have 8:48 remaining in the third quarter, and our score now is Marshfield 10, DC Everest 10. And more football coming up in just a moment.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Tigers suffer their third turnover of the ball game, results in 3 points for the Evergreens, and we're deadlocked at 10, still early in the third quarter.
2 of the scores for Everest were off turnovers, correct?
Now both Everest scores off of turnovers tonight. Tiger football this evening, a service of Astor Assisted Living Center of Marshfield, Forward Bank and Hiller's True Value Hardware, and Just Ask Rental of Marshfield. Goldbach to kick off once again for DC Everest. Seidel and Willowite back deep for Marshfield at their 10-yard line.
I don't believe we've seen Seidel in the backfield yet tonight, have we?
A couple of times, but not to run the ball. He's been back there, but he's not run the ball yet. But mostly it has been Marsh tonight. Kick by Goldbach, a long line drive over Seidel's head, but he grabs it back at the 1-yard line, up the far sideline to the 15, the 20, across the 25-yard line, out of bounds around the 32. Good return for Seidel. Marshfield football at their own 32, 8:40 remaining in the third quarter. And Marshfield and DC Everest now tied at 10. VFA football tonight here at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. Tiger offense back on the field, led out by center Sebastian Grankorvitz. Jeff Marsh, the tailback. Trevor Femmel, the quarterback. Luke Lemoyne and Brooks Hinson, the wide receivers. Braden Anderson, fullback, lined up as a wing on the near side. On first down, Marsh gets the call, has no place to go.
Femmel.
Breaks it. No, it is Femmel, and he carries out to about the 40-yard line.
Femmel following Marsh after the fake handoff. Looked like Marsh at first. I don't blame you.
And Femmel gains about 8 on that play. Man is down on the play. Everest defender is down. Femmel gains 8 to the 40-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 2 for Marshfield at their own 40-yard line. Everest man is down. He's kind of in a prone position.
Looks like what you usually do for cramps.
And the medical personnel out to attend to the fallen Everest player. 8:25 remaining in the third quarter here at Hiding Stadium. Our score now, Marshfield 10 and DC Everest 10. We'll come back with more football.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Art shows, crafting, bingo, and of course, happy hour. There's way more to Astor Assisted Living. Call me at 715-305-0409 to schedule a visit. Take a tour or
Player still down, being attended to again, as Dale points out. Looks like a cramp situation, but he's still down with 8:25 remaining in the third quarter. Marshfield and Everest are tied at 10. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger football on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. With Dale Yakitis, I'm Gene Delisio. Injured man still down. Some other football games around central Wisconsin tonight in the CWC Large Division. Stratford at Shiocton, WIAA Fremont at Spencer Columbus, Manawa at Nakusa, and Amherst at Wittenberg Burnham Wood. In the Cloverbelt Conference tonight, Durand, Arkansas at Neilsville Granton, Fall Creek at Stanley Boyd, Osseo Fairchild is at Mondovi. The injured ball player now sitting up and popping up and trotting off under his own power. The injured player is Nate Nemetz. Now, that's not the Columbus High School athletic standout Nate Nemetz. That's another Nate Nemetz who plays for DC Everest. Senior defensive back, and he is trotting off the field under his own power.
Nice crowd here, by the way, tonight. Probably 3/4 full on the Marshfield side, and a very nice contingent over on the Everest side as well, especially their student section.
We resume play here. 2nd and 2 Tigers at their own 40-yard line. Quarterback draw by Femmel. Nice run. He's got the first down, then pulled down from behind to avoid a big gain. That was Carson Dabchak made that tackle. We've called his name several times, but Trevor does get the first down and a gain of 3 to the 43-yard line.
Boy, that's one of those almost plays.
Yep.
Again, Trevor faking a handoff and then running to his left side and was about to break open along the sidelines, but an Everest player reached up and kind of grabbed him around the ankle as he went by.
Tiger first down on their own 43, 8:09 remaining, third quarter. We're tied at 10. And a false start
What
here
happened there?
as the Tiger offensive line took off and Grankorowicz did not snap the football. Usually that's not a good sign. Procedure against Marshfield. That will send the ball back to the 38-yard line. It will be 1st and 15. Tigers change plays now as Evan Jacoby comes back in the ball game. Marshfield and DC Everest football tonight here at Hiding Stadium. Jacoby wide to the near side, Lemoyne far side, I backfield, Fimmel under center here. And Trevor drops back to pass, throws far sideline and too high for Lemoyne. Quick in to Trevor, but to a Lemoyne rather, but the ball thrown a bit too high and he could not reach it. It's incomplete. 2nd and 15 Tigers at their own 38-yard line. Colby back in, replacing Anderson at the fullback spot. Big game tonight because the teams in the VFA considered all about even. Maybe Wausau West a bit above the rest, but everybody else pretty even, so all games are big this year. 2nd and 15 Tigers at their own 38-yard line. Fimmel takes the snap, hands to Marsh, and Jeff has a nice gain across the 40 to the 45 and powers away out to about the 48. One of Jeff's best runs of the night. He'll gain 10 on that play.
Good job of blocking on that left side by Marsh and Peterson.
That's Andrew Marsh, Noah Peterson on that left side. And Marsh gains 10 on that play, creates a 3rd and 5 for the Tigers at their own 48-yard line. Conversion play here for Marshfield. See what Coach Giedel wants to do. Lemoyne and Hinson both come out to the near side. Anderson blocking back near side. Marsh, the tailback, next to Fimmel on 3rd and 5. And Trevor fakes the handoff, rolls near side, starts to take off and runs with a lot of room to the 45-40, up the far sideline, 30, 25, 20, cuts back inside to the 10, and tripped up at the 5-yard line. And now he dives forward and gets in for the touchdown.
Wow. Yeah, I thought he was down inside the 5 as well, but he must have managed to regain his balance enough to dive in. Wow.
Trevor Fimmel, who ran for 55 yards in a touchdown against Oconto Falls last week, runs for 52 yards here. And the Tigers now lead 16-10. That's a 5-play, 68-yard scoring drive for Marshfield.
How about 126 yards rushing for Fimmel so far?
Came in at 145 for the year. The PAT try by Braxton Kurth on the way, and it is good. And so Marshfield back on top with 6:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And our score, Marshfield 17, DC Everest 10. We'll come back to Hiding Stadium in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you
for DC Everest at their own 33.
Marshfield player Colbeck tying a shoe. Officials giving him time.
Big play here for the Tiger defense. They let it get that ball back and stop Everest here. Everest now lining up 3rd and 13 Evergreens at their own 33-yard line. Miller to the near side. Huffman wide far side. Witt in the backfield next to Babinski. Babinski in the pistol, back to pass. Looks far side, being rushed now, throws deep along the far sideline for Miller, but well past him, incomplete. Seam route. Miller was out there along with one other man, the Everest tight end, Max Denny. And Babinski threw the ball well past them, and the Tiger defensive backs incomplete.
Babinski took a look down the far sideline in front of the Everest bench for a deep throw there, but Miller was pretty well covered, so he chose to go down the middle. Now, whether he was really trying to complete it or just said, I'm just going to air this one out and come back and punt the ball here.
Cohen Preby punting on 4th and long, and the kick up the far sideline. Pretsch lets this one bounce to him at the 19-yard line, heading to the near sideline, then runs into a man at the 25 and taken down right there. Had a nice return going before Matt Nielsen got in the way. And Pretsch taken down right around the 25-yard line.
Another nice punt, 47 yards. Soccer style, they move a man in motion in punt formation to decide that the punter is going to punt on, and he rolls out slightly to that side and kicks soccer style, and he's good at it. Strong leg.
It's going to be 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 24-yard line. Tigers on top 17-10 with 3:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
I guess they call that the rugby style of kick, I guess.
That's how you used to play rugby back in your day.
Well, that's the reason for how I am today.
Yes. Tigers put the ball in play from their own 24-yard line. Anderson and Marsh in an eye behind Femmel, who's under center on this play. And Anderson on the handoff, he's going to go nowhere. Now he breaks away and gains a couple of yards. Braden will look like he's going to go down in the backfield, but broke away and picked up about 4 yards on the play. Good job there by Braden Anderson. Braden coming into this ballgame and carried for 3 yards for the year, including 2 against O'Connell Falls last week. He gains 5 on that run.
That was that inside trap play that they run to Colby quite a bit, Eli Colby.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 Tigers at their own 29-yard line. Lemoyne and Jacoby both coming to the near side. Mivert in tight end on the far side. Colby the wing on the near side. Femmel in the pistol formation. Grabs the snap, fakes the handoff to Marsh, rolls near side, throws on the run. That ball deflected, incomplete. Looking for Jacoby, who was open at the 35, but the ball was tipped by an Everest defender and didn't get there.
Good pass rush by Everest that time. I'm trying to get the guy's number. He ran right over, I think it was a linebacker coming in on the blitz. It was, I'm going to find my program. Come on, Dale. Wyatt Geyer on that. Came in and ran right over somebody trying to block for Femmel.
Tigers now faced with 3rd and 5 at their own 29-yard line. Lemoyne heading for the far side. Hinson not sure where he should be. Now he lines up as a wing on the far side. Femmel back on the pistol. Takes the snap and runs himself. Cuts back inside of the 35. A big gain across the 40. 45 down the near sideline. He's in the clear. Femmel to 30, the 20, the 10-yard line, and in the end zone for the touchdown. Trevor Femmel goes 71 yards for the touchdown, and the Tigers lead 23-10.
The weakness of Everest over the years has been that they sometimes over-pursue plays, and Marshfield has been taking advantage of that with Femmel starting one direction or handing off one direction. That time he cut back to his right over guard and tackle and got through the line of scrimmage, and from there he just outran people.
Braxton Kurth on the PAT try. Ball is on the tee, up and in. And so the Marshfield Tigers kick the PAT and expand their lead here at Hiding Stadium. 2:53 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Our score is now Marshfield 24, DC Everest 10. Will return for more football in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our Broadcaster Club members, including Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It's Marshfield made new. Marshfield Utilities, your community-owned electric and water providers.
quarterback ran for 197 yards.
I was just thinking, remember, I can't think of the guy's name offhand now. Back in the 90s, the Tigers had a real running quarterback. Who was that kid? Wilhelm.
Okay.
He ran the ball real well. And he was real quick. Trevor's just a big, strong guy who has some quickness, but Wilhelm was a real quick kid as well. But beyond that, real good running quarterback for Marshfield.
Trevor's a track guy, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Gadel mentioned before the game that the teams are looking at him at the college level for
the
track.
Kick by Kurth down the far sideline, bouncing to McDonald on the 5, up the far sideline across the 20, breaks across the 30-yard line, spinning around across the 30, about the 33.
Nice return.
So Everest now down by 2 scores. They have the football back about their own 33-yard line, 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. Marshfield now on top 24-10. This ball game is tied at 10 early in the third quarter, following a Tiger fumble. And the Tigers score on their next 2 possessions, both on long runs by Femmel. 1st and 10 Evergreens at their own 33. Jack Babinski back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, fades to pass. Being rushed now, throws the near sideline, caught at the 43-yard line. That ball caught on the near sideline by the tight end, Max Denny. Big rush on that play, I believe, by Ben Deach, and Ben just missed a sack. Gain of 10 and a first down for DC Everest.
I'm sorry, who was that receiver?
That was Denny, the tight end.
Thank you. Babinski did end up on his backside. He did get hit after he threw that ball.
First down for DC Everest, now at their 43-yard line. Miller near side, McDonald far side, or Huffman rather far side. Babinski back in the pistol, new tailback pick in the ball game. Babinski drops the snap, picks it back up and starts to run to the near sideline, gains some yardage, and cut down around the 49. Bad snap, Babinski handles it and picks up 6 yards on the run. Second down now, 2nd and about 4 for the Evergreens at their own 49-yard line.
Mattis made the tackle. 2nd and 4.
Blake Bankston now playing the tailback spot for Everest. Babinski back in the pistol, fades to pass, steps up, throws far sideline, a man wide open. That's McDonald, or Huffman rather. He cuts back inside the 30-yard line to the 25 and stop right there. Flynn Huffman makes the play. Stop at the 25-yard line, picks up 26 on that pass play.
Well, Huffman's been kind of a forgotten guy tonight, but that time he manages to get wide open, crossing over from the left side to the right side, and then escaping a tackle or 2 for a big gain.
Had 9 catches for the year coming into this ball game. 1st and 10 Evergreens at the Marshfield 25-yard line. Wide receivers on either side, split backfield, and Babinski under center on this play. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls the near sideline, gets harassed by Daggett, now heads for the far side and runs across the 20, 15, 10-yard line, upended inside the 5. Nice touchdown saving tackle on that far sideline by Carson Mattis. But a big run for Babinski down to about the 3 and gives Everest a 1st and goal. First and goal for DC Everest at the Tiger 3-yard line. As Babinski scrambles for 23 yards on that play. We're in the final minute of the third quarter. Caden Bankston back in a tailback. Babinski in the pistol on this play. Rolls to the far side himself, wants to run, gets hit, but spins forward to the goal line for the touchdown. So Babinski scores from 3 yards away, and DC Everest answers Marshfield's score. The Evergreens go 67 yards in 5 plays, and again, they trail by 1 score.
Yeah, in the first half, yards were kind of hard to come by, and defenses dominated the game. All of a sudden, the offenses have found a way to take the field here in the second half for both teams.
Babinski's 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. PAT try now by Gabe Goldbach, who has not missed one this year. Kick is away, but it's blocked. Kick is blocked, I believe, by Bennett Lang, either Lang or Daggett. PAT kick is blocked, and so Marshfield maintains an 8-point lead.
There was some trouble with the hold there. The ball was caught by the holder, kind of an awkward position, and he was putting it down, and it was a little late, slowing the kicker down, and so there was a misfire on the actual performance of that extra point.
So we now have 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And our score now, Marshfield 24, DC Everest 16. More football coming up in just a moment.
Discover the power of the flower. Birthdays are brighter when it's filled with flowers from Hefco Floral. Send a gift that makes any day better, especially birthdays. Order today to deliver a floral celebration and birthday smiles. Make it even more special by including balloons and a box of chocolates. Hefco Floral in the former City Hall Plaza, Marshfield. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 4 and Saturday 8 to noon. Or give them a jingle at 715-387-1129. Hefco Floral, your florist since 1912.
So that blocked extra point maintains an 8-point lead for Marshfield here late in the third quarter. As Gabe Goldbach kicks it off for Marshfield for a DC Everest once again.
Well, we haven't seen Marshfield return something for a score off a kick yet this year. Maybe this time.
Seidel and Willowite back deep. End over and kick to the far side. Seidel at the 11 to the 15, the 20-yard line, across the 25, across the 30, out to about the 33. Marshfield football with 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and the Tigers lead DC Everest 24-16.
Well, I know if I were the defensive coach or one of them over on the Everest sideline right now, I'd be assigning at least one guy, if not two guys, to Trevor Femmel right now.
Big night for Trevor running the football. 2 long touchdown runs. He's now had 3 touchdown runs this year of 50 yards or more with 2 tonight. First and 10 Tigers at their own 33-yard line. 2 receivers on the near side. And Femmel, again a bad snap, goes back, picks the ball up, heads for the far sideline, starts to run to the 30-yard line and stopped around the 31. Second time we've had a bad snap tonight. The first time resulted in a turnover. This time Femmel goes back and gets it, actually runs back to the 31, so the play only loses 2 yards for Marshfield.
Yeah, this snap was a little bit high and to his right side or right shoulder. Femmel's coming back to the huddle.
Well, that play will end the first third quarter here. Third quarter expiring here at Hiding Stadium. Our score after 3 quarters, the Marshfield Tigers 24 and DC Everest 16. We'll come back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Tonight's game is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including Trudeau Construction Marshfield, a family-owned company since 1976, specializing in custom home building and remodeling. Visit trudeausite.net. Marshfield Tiger Booster Club, supporting the athletic programs of Marshfield Middle School and High School since 1981. And Nicolet National Bank Marshfield, real people having real conversations and creating shared success with real solutions. Member FDIC.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call someone who's invested in your success. I'm Brian Kaiser, your Marshfield Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so we can help you work towards achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 715-387-6576 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Great ball game here at Hiding Stadium tonight. We head to the fourth quarter with Marshfield leading DC Everest 24-16. Tigers faced with 2nd and 11 at their own 32-yard line. Trevor Femmel with 2 long touchdown runs in the third quarter for Marshfield. Back at quarterback for the Tigers, operating from the pistol formation. Lemoyne, the wideout on the near side. Trevor grabs the snap, fakes the handoff to Marsh, back to pass, throws across the middle. A diving catch by Miverden at the 41-yard line. Good job by Sam Miverden going low to grab that one. He'll gain about 10 yards on the play. And that puts Marshfield within 2 yards of the first down.
Everest has moved their defense up. their secondary people and linebackers are playing within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. One of the reasons that Femmel has been able to take off on these long runs. Here it is. Look at this again, Gene.
3rd and 2 for the Tigers at their own 41. Femmel back in the pistol.
No safety.
Takes the snap, hands off to Marsh, gets hit in the backfield, spins away, gets the first down and more across the 50 into Everest territory. Knocked out of bounds at the Marshfield 40, at the Everest 48-yard line. 11 yards for Marsh on that run. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 48. Jeff Marsh has had a tough time running the football tonight, but picked up some big yardage on that play.
Well, he was able to break a tackle, off tackle, and then get to the outside. And again, Everest is really playing their people up close to the line of scrimmage. There was no deep safety. There isn't in this situation.
Henson wide out on the far side, and Femmel back to pass again, being rushed towards the far sideline, and wide open Meverin at the 30. Breaks outside the 25-yard line, breaks another tackle, and carries inside the 20.
There you go.
Big gainer to Sam Meverden. A Tiger first down inside the Everest 20-yard line. Sam down at the Everest 18. He gains 30 yards on that pass play.
Obviously, the Marshfield coaches up here are seeing that same thing, taking advantage of that shallow defense.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 18. Early 4th quarter, Tigers on top, 24-16. Femmel in the pistol, Marsh next to him, 2 receivers far side. Trevor grabs a snap, back to pass, lobs it far side, looking for Lemoyne in the end zone. He gets up there and makes the catch for the touchdown.
It's like taking candy from a baby. Toss it up in the air to your big receiver, defender again. We saw that earlier tonight. Can't do a thing about it. Beautiful soft touch by Femmel and a nice route and catch.
5-play, 67-yard scoring drive for Marshfield. Trevor Femmel, 2 touchdown passes to Luke Lemoyne this evening. And Marshfield now on top, 30-16. Again, the PAT try by Braxton Kurth. Gilbertson the holder, ball is down, kick is on the way, it is good. Tigers expand their lead. We now have 10:45 remaining in regulation time. And our score, Marshfield 31, DC Everest 16. And back with more football in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including Forward Bank, depositor-owned community bank, serving Clark, Taylor, Price, Wood, and Marathon counties. Member FDIC. Visit forward.bank. Hefco Floral, in the former City Hall Plaza, Marshfield. They have been your florist since 1912. Discover the power of the flower. And I-State Truck Center, 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield. The one place for all things heavy truck. They know what drives you.
Hi, this is Colby High School football coach Jim Hagan, and you're listening to Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield.
Along with Dale Yukaitis, I'm Gene Delisio at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. Marshfield and DC Everest tonight in VFA football. Early 4th quarter, Tigers now on top, 31-16.
Last year, you might have been able to say, let Trevor go ahead and throw the football if you were a defender and take your chances. Now he's shown the last couple of ball games some very good accuracy and some very nice touch. On top of that, he's running the ball. So now as a defensive coach looking at films for scouting for next week, you're going, uh-oh.
What do we do with this guy?
Yeah.
Braxton Kurth kicking off for Marshfield. Kick to the near side, and Neuendijk lets it bounce to him at the 8-yard line. Up the near sideline to the 15. Willowite gets down there along with Anderson. And one more Marshfield Tiger player. Neuendijk down inside the 20-yard line. Braden Anderson, the principal tackler, at the 15-yard line.
Now you're hearing the crowd into it. I heard him say, get him, on that play after he bobbled that catch and started the middle. And Willowite had him tracking him on radar.
Everest football on their own 16. Early 4th quarter, Marshfield now leads 31-16. Preston Miller, wide far side, picked up by Bennett Lang. Wide receiver in near side, that's Flynn Huffman. Huffman now goes in motion. Gets a handoff on a jet sweep. Can't get outside, though, and gets knocked down by Adrian Kruger back at the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard on the play.
Well, Everest, the team facing some adversity. We hear that all the time. They're facing some adversity right now, and you know they're going to be looking also for someone to step up, like Trevor Femmel has done to spark his team. I don't know if Babinski can do that or not. We'll find out.
2nd and 11, Everest at their own 15. Both Miller and Huffman to the near side. Babinski back in the pistol on 2nd and 11. Takes the snap, back to pass. Being rushed, gets hit as he throws. Ball falls forward, and Deach falls on it. We'll see if that's a fumble or an incomplete pass. Babinski is down. Took a hard hit on the play. It looks like the officials are calling that a fumble and recovered by Ben Deach at the Everest 13-yard line. Meanwhile, the Everest quarterback, Jack Babinski, still down after taking that hard hit.
Yeah, somebody coming right up the middle, got him right in the chest, hit him hard, and the ball came flying forward. Kind of hard to tell if there was any arm motion or not, but I think the officials too were just as concerned about Babinski's health as to what kind of fumble or incomplete pass that might be, because that was quite a hit.
And Deach made the fumble recovery, but Babinski is still down. His backup is a junior by the name of Reese Stowell, was thrown 2 passes this season. That is Everest's first turnover. When play resumes, Marshfield will have the football on the Everest 13-yard line. But right now, Babinski is still down, the Everest quarterback. And the clock is stopped with 9:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Marshfield leading this ball game 31-16. So let's take a break and pause for these messages.
To avoid tooth injury, wear a mouth guard during sports activities and avoid chewing ice, popcorn kernels, and hard candies, all of which can crack a tooth. Be kind to your teeth, but if accidents do happen and your tooth is cracked, broken, or knocked out, quick action can make all the difference. Call Dental Clinic of Marshfield immediately. Dental Clinic of Marshfield, dental care for life. Schedule an appointment today at any of their offices in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville. Learn more at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com.
Babinski up, walking off the field under his own power, but now Marshfield takes over at the Everest 13-yard line.
Babinski also holding his left shoulder. Of course, he is a left-handed thrower.
High backfield behind Femmel. Trevor back to pass the football. Lobs towards the end zone, looking for Meverden. Makes the catch for the touchdown. Sam Meverden on the catch for the Marshfield Tigers. Femmel with 3 touchdown passes tonight. And for Meverden, his first touchdown catch of the year. A one-play, 13-yard scoring drive. Marshfield now leads 37-16. So the fumble recovery by Deach leads to a Tiger score.
Deep crossing pattern that time by Meverden. Great pitch and catch. Ball right on the money.
PAT try by Kirks is on the way. That's partially blocked. No good. The first PAT try that Kurth has missed in his career. He was 10 of 10 coming into this ball game. Now 14 of 14 after 4 earlier kicks, after being 11 and 11 last year. But that kick is blocked, and so the PAT try is unsuccessful. The clock now stopped with 9:39 remaining in regulation time. And our score is Marshfield 37, DC Everest 16. We'll come back for more football in just a moment.
Tonight's game brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including Felker Brothers Corporation, the complete combination in stainless steel piping products, pipe, tube, fittings, and custom fabrication. Astor Assisted Living, Chestnut Avenue, Marshfield, the very best assisted living, convenient, comfortable, and secure lifestyle. Visit AstorSeniorCommunities.com. And Hiller's 2 Value Hardware, South Central Avenue, Marshfield, Milwaukee tool distributor with the largest selection and low price.
Marshfield now has a 3-touchdown lead. Tigers in the second half have outscored Everest 27-6. Trevor Femmel with 2 touchdown runs and 2 touchdown passes in the second half, plus 1 touchdown pass in the first quarter. Or the
Trainers on the Everest sidelines have been looking at the left shoulder of Babinski. They're still caring for him, trying to see if there's a quarterback warming up. I don't see much right now.
Braxton Kurth will kick off for Marshfield once again. Tigers now on top by 3 scores. Here's the kick. High end over end kick. Nieuwendank on the 8, near sideline 15 to the 20, across the 30-yard line. Breaks a tackle there, breaks a clear to the 40-yard line, and spins out to about the 43. And finally tackled there by the kicker, Braxton Kurth. But good field position here for DC Everest. Unfortunately for the Evergreens, they may now be using a backup quarterback. Let's see who comes out for the Evergreens. Reese Stoll has been the backup. Nope, Babinski is out there.
Oh my goodness.
Babinski is out there to play quarterback. First and 10 Evergreens at their own 43. 9.5 to play. Tigers on top, 37-16. Babinski under center on this play and hands off to his fullback who goes nowhere. That's Vinny Tesh, straight ahead for nothing. Maybe lost a yard. Babinski now walking towards the sideline. We'll see if he stays out there, taking that big hit.
No,
looks like he is.
Get a sign.
Loss of 1 on that run by Tesh.
Colbeck on the tackle.
Tesh does have over 100 yards of rushing this year, but his percentage went down after that loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for the Evergreens at their own 42. Miller wide near side. Officials are stopping play here. Looking across the field towards the Everest bench.
Yeah, kicking tee.
Oh, the kicking tee was still on the field.
Yep.
So they got that removed. Play resuming. 2nd and 11 Evergreens at their own 42. Babinski will pitch it now to Tesh, getting outside. Not much there, but he breaks a couple of tackles, then takes a hard hit. It goes down right on the 45-yard line. Reed Geiger on that stop for Marshfield. Big hit by Reed at the 45, gain of 3. 3rd and 8 for Everest at their own 45. We'll see how healthy Babinski is here if he can put the ball in the air. Huffman wide far side. Miller on the near side.
He's got 2 backs on either side of him, probably for protection here.
Babinski back in the pistol, takes the snap.
Yep.
Back to pass, looks and throws the near sideline. And Miller catches it at the 40-yard line and steps out of bounds inside the 40. Marshfield man again jumped the route, but ball got through to Miller, made the catch and stepped out of bounds at about the 43.
Good
Gain
throw
of 12
by
on the play.
Babinski. I give him a lot of credit. I'm sure that hurt.
So Everest stays alive here.
Man, actually, he's coming out of the ball game.
Now the backup quarterback, Stoll, will come in. Reese Stoll, 5'10", 169 junior, who is 0 of 2 passing the ball this year. 1st and 10 Evergreens at the Marshfield 43. 8 minutes to play. Tigers lead 37-16. Stoll in the pistol with 2 backs next to him. Wideouts on either side. Takes the snap, hands off to no one. He keeps it himself. It gets bulldozed back on the 45.
Yeah, he missed the handoff. Tesh took off towards the line of scrimmage. Well, now he's down on the ground.
You're right, Tesh is still down. Stoll did lose about 2 yards. Back to the 45 on the play, and the medical personnel back out there to attend to Vinny Tesh. Quick basketball note, former Marquette basketball standout Alizia Blockton now back in Milwaukee. A new assistant in the boys basketball program at Milwaukee Pulaski. Blockton played basketball for Marquette between 2015 and 2019. Scored 2,202 points in her career at Marquette, but was not chosen in the 2019 WNBA draft. Still played a few games for the Chicago Sky, then assisted last season in the women's basketball program at SIU Edwardsville, but now assisting in the boys basketball program at Milwaukee Pulaski for this coming season. Vinny Tesh still down, being attended to by medical personnel. 7:49 remaining in regulation time, and Marshfield leads DC Everest 37-16. He's had several medical stoppages tonight. Nothing appears to be real serious, but Tesh is still down on the field. Vinny Tesh, a 6'1", 180 junior, ran for 47 yards against Appleton West last week, had 106 rushing yards and 1 touchdown coming into this ball game. Now Tesh is being pulled up, and he will be helped off the field.
Yeah, can't put any weight on that right leg. They were checking his leg in the knee area, but don't like to conjecture what the injury was, but he's being supported by 2 medical personnel and can't really put much weight on.
Yep.
You know, I think he was trying to reach back a little bit, realize that there was a bad exchange taking place where Stoll got the snap, but he was a little late trying to get the ball to Tesh. Put in an awkward position. He started towards the line of scrimmage and then was hit at that point.
Here's a 2nd and 13 for the Evergreens at the Tiger 46-yard line. And Babinski back in the ball game, takes the snap, fades to pass, goes deep along the far sideline, looking for Miller and overthrows him at the 10, incomplete, well covered by Bennett Lang on the play. Long passes really have not been there for the Evergreens tonight. Babinski knocked down again, being helped up by one of his teammates.
I'll bet you he's been knocked down 10 times tonight.
Oh, at least probably sacked 3 times.
My goodness.
Knocked down several times, plus he's been hit hard running the football as well.
Yeah, how many times did I mention that after he threw the ball that he ended up on his back?
Yeah, quite a few.
Courageous young man, sticks in there.
3rd and 13 for the Evergreens and the Tiger 47. Split backfield, Babinski under center on this play. Babinski fakes the handoff, rolls far side, steps up, gets hit, and sacked back at the 50.
Boy.
Daggett, Colbeck, and Spencer all there.
And he's down again. A couple of his teammates trying to help him up.
A 3-man sack on that play back at the 50-yard line. That play loses 5 more. So 4 quarterback sacks by the Tigers tonight. It's 4th and 17 for Everest at the 50-yard line. And Cohen Preby back in. Real talented basketball player, young basketball player. On to kick the ball away to Evan Pretsch. And now he takes off and he'll run the football across the 50. Tigers get out there and he's stabbed at the line of scrimmage.
In fact, he loses too.
A superb defensive play by Hunter Kelnhofer, who saw that one coming. Makes a big play on the fake punt. And looks like they'll mark him down at about the 48-yard line of Everest. So the play, as you mentioned, Dale, actually loses 2 yards.
Yep.
Marshfield has the ball back at the Everest 49-yard line, leading 37-16 with 6:55 remaining in regulation time. And the Tiger offense back on the field. Great job by Kelnhofer seeing that play develop. Trevor Femmel stays in the ball game at quarterback. Jeff Marsh, the tailback. 2 receivers near side. On first down, a fumble picked up by Femmel. He runs to the near sideline across the 50, gets outside for a couple of yards, stopped at the 49-yard line. He'll actually gain nothing on the play. No gain on the play. Looks like Clemens hobbled a bit again on that offensive line. He may have to come out. He's going to leave, and Hayden Deeringer comes in to play in the offensive line for Marshfield. 2nd and 10 Tigers at the Everest 49. Tigers send Mitchell Shoddy to the near side. Hinson far side. Colby and Marsh in the eye behind Femmel. And handoff to Colby, but cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play by Everest Thor Fowler. And Colby could not get much more than a half a yard on the play.
No gain on the play, 3rd down.
3rd and 10 Tigers at the Everest 49. Clock winding down, 5:55 remaining in regulation time. Football Friday night following Tiger football this evening here on WOSQ. Shoddy near side, Anderson and Jacoby, wings on the far side. Femmel fakes the handoff, back to pass, but gets hit and sacked by Wyatt Geyer inside the 45-yard line. That's Geyer's 5th quarterback sack of the year.
Sack made by Geyer.
And the first time that Femmel has been sacked tonight. Goes down back at the 43. He loses 6 on that play. Creates a 4th down, 4th and about 17 for Marshfield at their own 43. And Noah Peterson will punt once again. Dylan Neuendank back in deep safety for Everest. Tigers in no hurry. 5 minutes to play in regulation time. They lead by 21. Kind of a statement win for the Tigers, putting them certainly as contenders in the VFA with a win like this. Peterson on to punt. Before they snap, a flag is down.
Probably a delay. It was taking him an awful long time. Couldn't see the back judge back here, but he's picking up the flag now, so.
That moves the ball back to about the 38-yard line.
Delayed game against the Tigers. 5-yard penalty, still fourth down.
Fourth and about 23 for Marshfield. At their own 38, Peterson to punt once again. Good snap. Kicks it off the side of his foot. Bounding down the near sideline and out of bounds around the Everest 40. Only a 21-yard punt for Noah Peterson, who's averaging 38 per kick. So the Everest offense back on the field.
Only punted one other time tonight, and that was for 49 yards.
Everest football on their own 41, 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Tigers on top, 37-16. And Babinski is still out there. Well, he's taken some big hits tonight.
Wow.
Miller and Huffman wide receivers. Bankston at the tailback spot. There's two Bankstons on this ball club. This is Keaton Bankston. He wants to pass on first down, has protection, throws deep near side for Huffman, and he makes the catch at the 15-yard line and carries down to about the 5.
Boy.
Double covered, but still made the play. Got away from two Tiger defenders, and Schaefer runs him down at the 5-yard line.
54.
54-yard pass play, and Everest has the football now at the Tiger 5-yard line. Threatening a score with 4.5 to play. Marshfield leading 37-16. Babinski back in the pistol formation, takes the snap, lobs the ball towards the near end zone. And the flag down as there's some contact there.
Come on.
Contact on the play as the ball went to Miller in the near corner. And a pass interference call against Marshfield. That'll bring the ball down to about the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 3.
So first and goal for the Everest ball club inside the 3-yard line. Tigers on top 37-16, 4:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Babinski taking some hard hits tonight, but still in the ball game. Huffman wide out near side, Miller on the far side, Bankston the tailback next to Babinski. Babinski runs himself, has a hole off tackle, and gets in for the touchdown.
Yeah, almost untouched. Well, boys.
Babinski goes 2 yards for the score. It's a 2-play, 59-yard scoring drive for Everest. They now trail 37-22 with 4:20 to play. Babinski with 2 touchdown runs tonight, plus a touchdown pass. Goldbach attempt to kick the PAT. Ball is placed down. Kick on the way. It is up and good.
Extra point is good.
So the Evergreen score once again. We have 4:20 left in the fourth quarter. Our score now is Marshfield 37, DC Everest 23. We'll return to Hiding Stadium and more football in just a moment.
Looking for that special place to call home? We offer a variety of loan products to fit your needs. It's one of the advantages of working with a community bank. You're independent, so are we. Partners Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the Marshfield Tiger lead now down to 14, still 4:20 to play. This game not quite over as of yet. Marshfield receiving the ensuing kickoff. Tigers have their hands team out there expecting an onside kick from Goldbach. Nobody back deep for Marshfield. Pretsch back around the 21-yard line. Now Goldbach approaches, kicks to the far sideline, right to a Marshfield player who falls down on the 49-yard line. Got a good hop there. That was Sam Meverton.
Onside kick is
But Sam had the ball hop right to him at the 49-yard line. He falls on it right there.
Well, how about a 4-minute drive here for the Tigers? Everest still has 3 timeouts left in this game.
Yeah, they do, so they can stop the clock, but Marshfield would like to run it out here.
You figure every first down chews up about 2 minutes, minus 10 seconds or so either side.
Tiger football on their own 49, 4:18 to play. Tigers lead 37-23. Femmel in the pistol next to Marsh. Trevor will hand to Marsh. Gets outside across the 50, 45, 40-yard line. Cuts back inside 35 to the 30. One man to beat to the 20. Breaks that tackle and carries inside the 15. Now there's a big run for Jeff Marsh. And that puts Marshfield back into scoring range. Jeff carries down to the 11-yard line. He runs for 40 yards on that play.
Just a straight handoff off the right side, then he skirted around right end.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Everest 11. Now with 4:05 to play, Tigers lead 37-23. Lemoyne wide near side. 2 blocking backs in there. Femmel, the quarterback, in the pistol. Hands to Marsh again. No place to go. He stood up by Carson Davchik. Behind the line, he'll lose a yard or 2.
DC Everest has a defensive end and a cornerback to their left side. The next closest guy to the ball is a defensive lineman who's playing over our guard. And that's the area that Marsh went for the long yardage.
Well, that last run by Jeff loses a yard.
Yeah.
2nd and 11 Tigers at the Everest 12. But the clock now running down to 3:15 to play. Anderson and Colby both in the ballgame as blocking backs on the near side. Marsh the tailback next to Femmel. Trevor takes a high snap, fakes the pitch, then gets hit and falls forward to the 15-yard line. Tried to fake the pitch to Marsh, then run straight ahead, but the Everest defense was right there, and that was a late flag goes down as well. A very late flag from the back judge.
3-yard loss on the play.
Femmel loses 3 back to the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 13.
It was a weird-looking play, like he was going to pitch the ball and realized he couldn't get it off, or he was going to fake a pitch. Face mask against Everest, Gene.
Face mask call against the Evergreens, thrown by the back judge.
So that's some shenanigans that's taken place downfield, and it's kind of a little bit out of my view in the press box here around the corner. Sometimes that stuff starts to happen late in ball games where guys that have been kind of going at it all game long all of a sudden decide they really don't like each other.
Well, the ball now placed at the 10-yard line.
That can't be 2nd down.
Well, the yard marker says 2nd down. The scoreboard says 3rd down.
And a face mask call?
Ball's on the 10-yard line. And now the scoreboard has changed to 2nd down. Coach Gadel asking about what's happening here. I think he wanted more yardage than that on a personal foul face mask.
Huh.
Unless it's half the distance, it must be. It is 2nd down, 2nd and 8 Tigers at the Everest 10-yard line. Femmel from the pistol lobs the ball up in the end zone for Lemoyne, goes up at the back end but can't haul it in.
Yeah, that one thrown just a little too far.
Incomplete pass. So now 3rd and 8 Tigers at the Everest 10-yard line.
Yeah, still important the Tigers come out of here with some points, a field goal or something. One of the defensive backs for Everest is having a long conversation with the back judge, thinking that I think he felt that Tiger receiver pushed off on that last play. He might have.
3rd and 8 Tigers at the Everest 10-yard line. Femmel will hand the ball to Marsh into the line for about a yard, maybe 2. Not much there. Stopped at the 9 as a 4th down play, and Braxton Kurth coming back in to attempt his 2nd field goal of the night. There's also another Everest man down. Another Everest man is down on the play. It'll be 4th and 7 Tigers at the Everest 9-yard line, and Braxton Kurth will come in and try to kick his 2nd field goal of the ball game. He kicked a 35-yarder earlier. This one about 27 yards, but we have to wait until the Everest ball player is handled medically here. Auburndale did win this ball game with Hurley tonight, 29-8. Also, we understand Dalton Varsho had a grand slam home run tonight for Arizona.
Gosh. He has been so hot.
And Arizona leading Colorado 10-8 in that ball game.
My gosh, he's been on a home run tear. Good for him.
The injured Everest man walking off the field under his own power. That's their talented linebacker, Arlen Sangster. And now Braxton Kurth will attempt to kick that PAT. Or excuse me, that field goal. Adam Gilbertson, the backup quarterback, is the holder. They'll spot the ball at about the 17 on the far hash mark. And so a 27-yard field goal try for Braxton Kurth. Kicking to the north goalpost. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. Long enough, and it is no good. Missed it wide on the near side. I think Gilbertson got the ball down late. I'm not sure if there was a bad snap or what the problem was, but the ball got down there late. And Kurth could not follow through, I don't think, the way he wanted to. And so the Tigers missed the field goal. And the Everest offense back on the field with 2:33 to play. And Marshfield on top, 37-23. Long ball game tonight here at Hiding Stadium, but don't forget, football Friday night does come your way following Tiger football this evening here on WOSQ. Now the Marshfield defense back on the field. Everest offense again led out by Jack Babinski. He's had 9 lives tonight. Bankston the tailback, Miller wide near side, Huffman on the far side. On first down, Babinski wants to throw the football. Far side for Miller, for Huffman, makes the catch and steps out of bounds at the 34. Gain of 14 on that play. 1st and 10 Everest at their own 34. Everest has not used a timeout yet here in the second half. Now Miller comes near side, Huffman far side. Bankston the tailback next to Babinski on this play. Babinski back in the pistol, takes the snap, fades the pass. Being rushed, steps up and throws deep across the middle looking for Miller, and overthrown. A flag goes down also. Bennett Lang is there.
Oh my God.
Bennett Lang is there, along with Donnie Carolfi, as they sandwiched Miller. And it looks like pass interference coming against Marshfield. So that'll extend the Everest drive. And the ball comes out to near midfield. In fact, they'll put the ball, looks like, right on the 50-yard line. First and 10 Everest at the 50. Clock down to 2:21 remaining. Marshfield holding on, leading 37-23. Everest trying to come back in this one. Babinski back in the pistol. Miller split to the near side. Babinski back to pass again, throws far sideline, caught by Huffman, out of bounds at the Tiger 43. Picks up 7 on that play. Everest chewing up some yardage and not using much clock time. Now 2:17 remaining. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Evergreens at the Tiger 43-yard line.
174 yards passing now for Babinski.
His best is 2:01 against Chippewa Falls a couple of weeks ago in a losing cause. Miller to the far side, Huffman near side. 2nd and 3 from the 43-yard line. Babinski in the pistol formation, grabs the snap, back to pass, throws far sideline, caught right there by Miller, who's hit by 3 guys and forced back and knocked down on the 35-yard line. Gains 8 on that play. That's a first down for Everest. They'll mark him back now out of the 38. Gain of 5.
Still 2:10 left in this ball game with 3 timeouts for Everest.
1st and 10 Evergreens at the 38. We do have a timeout here. Charge to Marshfield. Tigers take their first time out of the second half with 2:10 remaining in regulation time, and our score, Marshfield 37, DC Everest 23. Back to Hiding Stadium and more football in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including Edward Jones, Randy Gershman, financial advisor, making sense of investing and help creating a long-term financial strategy designed for you, member FDIC. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Store, North Central Avenue, Marshfield, a variety of household goods, clothing, furniture, and more at affordable prices. And House of Heating, 1602 North Central Avenue, Marshfield, your premier Lennox dealer. Lean on Lennox and House of Heating to make your home comfortable.
Hi, this is Stratford Boys basketball coach Kurt Schmidt, and you're listening to Sports Radio 92.3 WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield.
Along with Dale Yukaitis, I'm Gene Delisio at Hiding Stadium in Marshfield. Long ball game tonight. Still 2:10 to play in regulation time. Marshfield leading DC Everest 37-23, but the Evergreens still have some hope. They have the football on the Tiger 38-yard line, 1st and 10. They move the ball from their own 20 to the Tiger 38 with 3 pass plays plus a pass interference call.
Tigers have not gotten to Babinski on this series.
Babinski back in the pistol, back to pass, pump fakes on the far side, stands back in the pocket, throws deep across the middle, and ball thrown too low, incomplete.
Yikes.
Huffman broke open inside the 5-yard line, but the ball thrown too low, and he couldn't come back and grab it. It's incomplete.
A couple Tigers almost overran that underthrow.
2nd and 10 for Everest at the Tiger 38-yard line, now 2:02 remaining.
Well, Everest is only sending out a couple receivers and deep for the most part. Everybody else is involved in pass protection right now. So
Babinski has been sacked 4 times tonight. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Babinski again back to pass, being rushed this time. Steps up and throws deep to the far sideline for Huffman in the end zone, and the ball slides through his hands, incomplete.
Wow.
Looks like he did have a step on his his defenders, but went right through his hands, incomplete. Incomplete pass, and a 3rd and 10 for Everest at the Tiger 38. Clock now down to 1:54 left.
Tigers can't get to him right now. Good protection by Everest. They're selling out on all of these routes.
Babinski has been sacked 4 times tonight, but not touched on this drive. Now 3 receivers all come wide to the near side with Clay Holman, who caught a 70-yard touchdown pass last week, on the far side. On 3rd and 10, Babinski fades the pass again. Being rushed, and this time he'll go down.
Not this time, yep.
Reed Geiger and Nick Spencer come on the sack back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 7. And now Everest will take a timeout. Evergreens will take their first timeout of the second half. They're faced with a 4th down here, 4th and about 18 at the Tiger 48-yard line. 1:43 left in regulation time. And Marshfield leads DC Everest 37-23. We'll come back in just a moment.
Hey, truckers, you only have one chance to make a first impression, right? So you better make sure your truck's body is looking fine. I-State Truck Center is Wisconsin's most complete heavy truck body shop. They have 10 certified technicians and support staff. From major collision repairs to their 65-foot Garmat spray booth, they've got your entire body covered. You'll drive out of I-State Truck Center proud and ready to take on the world. I-State Truck Center, 1505 South Central Avenue in Marshfield, or at istatetruck.com.
Everest faced with 4th and 19 at the Tiger 47-yard line. There's some Everest coaches on the field who are showing some displeasure towards the officiating crew about something. Tiger defensive unit still on the sidelines. They need one more stop right here. 4th and 19 Everest at the Tiger 47 with 1:43 left in regulation time. Our football Friday night program coming up next following Tiger football this evening here on WOSQ. Both teams break the huddle. Big play here, 4th and 19 for DC Everest at the Tiger 47-yard line. Miller wide far side, Huffman on the near side. Babinski takes the snap, back to pass, has time, throws to the near sideline, caught by Miller, but he's dropped immediately at the 36-yard line, well short of the first down by Ben Deach. Ben Deach makes the play at the 37-yard line, and that turns the ball over to Marshfield. Gain of 11 on that pass play, but they were in a 4th and 18, so Marshfield Tigers take over on downs with 1:36 to play. Everest again does have 2 timeouts remaining. Tiger football on their own 37, 1:36 left in regulation time. Tigers lead 37-23. Tigers in an I backfield, one tight end and a split receiver near side. Fimmel gives to Marsh straight ahead, across the 40 to the 45-yard line, breaks a tackle to midfield and inside Everest territory, out of bounds at the Everest 47. Did not want to go out of bounds, but still got the first down. Another tough run for Jeff Marsh. Marsh out of bounds at the Everest 47. He gained 16 on that run. Clock now stopped, 1:28 remaining in regulation time.
And Marsh has gone over 100 yards with 101.
Second time this year he's passed 100 yards rushing in a ball game. 1st and 10 Tigers on the Everest 47-yard line. Fimmel again to Seidel this time, straight ahead for a big gain across the 35. Breaks in the clear at the 25-yard line, at the 15, the 10, and to the goal line for the touchdown.
Yep, you're not catching him once he gets into the secondary.
Mason Seidel goes 47 yards for the score. The Tigers now lead 43-23. 2-play, 63-yard scoring drive, and that might wrap this one up for the Marshfield Tigers. Mason Seidel with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season.
Right up the middle, more or less. Nothing fancy about it.
47 yards for Seidel on that play. Kurth will try to kick the PAT. Ball is in the air. The kick is good. And the Tigers expand their lead once again. 1:18 left in the 4th quarter. And our score now, Marshfield 44, DC Everest 23. And back with more football action coming up in just a moment.
High school sports is being brought to you courtesy of our broadcaster club members, including the Sports Den, South Central Avenue, Marshfield, where sports enthusiasts serve outdoor and cycling sports enthusiasts. Total Electric Service, West Veterans Parkway, Marshfield. The right connection for electrical repair or installation for your home or business. Dial 384-3311. And Sweats Oil Company. Don't forget to fuel up your car and fuel your hunger at Sweats Country Corner Mart, County P, Blanker.
5 Marshfield Tiger touchdowns here in the second half. Trevor Fimmel ran for 2 and threw for 2. And now Mason Seidel runs for 1 as well. Tigers on top 44-23 with 1:18 to play. Very long ball game this evening. Football Friday night is coming up next here on WOSQ. Braxton Kurth kicking off for the Tigers.
Between running and passing tonight, Fimmel responsible for 320 yards of offense.
Big night for Trevor. Kurth is set. And the kick is away. Long end over end kick. And Neuendank on the 4 across the 15-yard line to the 25-yard line. And spun around, knocked down there by Karolfi as he crosses the 30. Everest has the football back near their 30-yard line, maybe the 31. 1:12 remaining. And the Tigers on top 44-23.
That correct? Everest still has 3 timeouts?
2 timeouts. They did use 1 on that last drive. And the backup, Reese Stoll, now does come into play quarterback for the Evergreens. He still has Miller and Huffman at the receiver spots. 1st and 10 Everest at their own 31. Split backfield behind Stoll. He's under center on this play. He'll hand off to Bankston, straight ahead to the 35, out to about the 37. And Geiger on the stop, along with one other Tiger player. It looks like that was that was Anderson. No, I don't think that was Anderson. That was a Donovan, I believe. We saw Donovan play some defensive end last week, and now he's back out there in that spot. Gain of 7 on that play. 2nd and 3, Everest at their own 38. Clock winding down, 40 seconds to play. Stoll hands off this time to another new man in the ball game. That's Blake Bankston. He breaks in the clear up the far sideline and taken down around the Marshfield 30-yard line. The other Bankston gets the call on that play and carries inside Marshfield territory to the, looks like the 29-yard line.
Ben Deach got up very slow after that play, and he's kind of wandering his way to the sideline right now.
Gain of 33 on that run by the second Bankston, the sophomore Blake Bankston. 30 seconds to play. 1st and 10, Everest at the Tiger 29. Backup quarterback Reese Stoll in the ball game for the Evergreens. He'll fake the handoff, throw to the near sideline, incomplete. Overthrew Bankston on the near sideline, incomplete pass.
Yeah, threw it about 100 miles an hour to a guy who's trying to flare out of the backfield. But that's, he's coming in off the bench as a sub, so.
I'm sure pretty excited about being out there.
Yep, probably hasn't had much playing time.
No. 2nd and 10 for Everest at the Tiger 29-yard line. Our post-game show coming up next. We'll run through the scoring plays and the stats and then go to Football Friday night for their review of scores around the state.
Stoll is a junior quarterback.
Split backfield behind him on 2nd and 10. He'll hand off to Bankston, gets outside across the 20, cuts back inside to the 15 to near the 10-yard line. Blake Bankston with a nice run. Again, he had 120 yards rushing coming into this ball game, including 63 yards and 2 touchdowns against Appleton West last week. He runs for 19 on that play.
Looks pretty quick.
Yep. Only a sophomore. We'll see a lot of him. 1st and goal for Everest at the Tiger 10 with 21 seconds to play. Tigers have some new faces in there defensively, but some starters still in the ball game as well. Stoll hands off to Caden Bankston straight ahead across the 5 down to about the 3. And stopped there by several Tigers on that stop. Carson Mattis, one of the tacklers. Everest now wants a timeout.
With 3 seconds.
With 3 seconds left, Everest takes a timeout. And they like to punch in one more score here. Bankston carried for 8 yards on that play. Marshfield Tiger football tonight on WOSQ, brought to us by Marshfield Utilities, Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant Cement Products of Marshfield, and Trudeau Construction of Marshfield. Tigers on the road next Friday night against a very strong Wausau West Ball Club at Tom Field in Wausau. Game time 7 p.m. Our broadcast next Friday at 6:30 right here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com.
West thought of by many to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest team in the VFA this year.
Probably the preseason favorite to win the league championship.
Marshfield was picked, what, 7th?
Yep.
Wow.
That won't happen after tonight. They'll move up a bit. 3 seconds left. Everest wants to punch in one more score. 2nd and goal, Evergreens at the Tiger 3-yard line. Caden Bankston and Blake Bankston in the backfield behind Stoll. Evergreens line up, looking for one more play to get them on the scoreboard once again.
They're going right.
Stoll hands to Caden Bankston, off tackle and in the end zone for the touchdown.
Off right guard.
Caden Bankston's 4th rushing touchdown this year. 6-play, 69-yard scoring drive. Marshfield now leads 44-29 with no time on the clock. And in fact, looks like they will waive off the PAT try because time has expired. And so this ball game comes to an end with the Marshfield Tigers victorious in their VFA opener tonight. Our final score this evening, Marshfield 44, DC Everest 29. We'll have a full recap on our postgame report in just a moment.
T-Bone's Bar and Grill is clearly a good choice for quality food and drink for a reasonable price.
I say.
The burger is from Hewitt's. Bun is bakery fresh, and if you want, top it with Nationville cheese. You get served by Joe, the director of First Impressions, and Carla.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Gabe Goldbach kicked a 32-yard field goal for Everest to cap a 6-play, 20-yard drive and tie the ball game at 10 apiece with 8:48 to play. Marshfield got the ball right back and began a scoring onslaught. The Tigers went 68 yards in 5 plays and scored on a 52-yard touchdown run by Trevor Femmel. Kurth kicked the PAT. Marshfield led 17-10 with 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. Then following an Everest punt, Tigers took over again, this time on their own 24-yard line. On their third play from scrimmage, Trevor Femmel went 71 yards for a score to cap a 3-play, 76-yard drive. Kurth again kicked the PAT, and Marshfield led 24-10 with 2:53 left in the third quarter. DC Everest got the ball on the ensuing kickoff, went 67 yards in 5 plays, and scored on Babinski's 3-yard touchdown run. The extra point try was blocked, and so the Marshfield lead was 24-16 with 40 seconds left in the third quarter, and that ended third quarter scoring. Tigers came out and took the ensuing kickoff, went 67 yards in 5 plays, and scored on a touchdown pass of 18 yards from Femmel to Lemoyne. Kurth kicked the PAT, putting Marshfield on top 31-16 with 10:45 left in the fourth quarter. Then came Everest's only turnover tonight, a fumble recovery by Ben Deach, which gave the ball back to Marshfield on the Everest 13-yard line. The Tigers scored 1 play later on a 13-yard touchdown pass between Femmel and Sam Meverden. The extra point try was blocked. Marshfield led 37-16 with 9:39 left in the fourth quarter. Then the ball went back to DC Everest once again on the ensuing kickoff. They could not move it, and they faked a punt, which was stopped by a nice play by Ryan Kellenhofer, putting Marshfield back in business near midfield. But the Tigers could not move the ball. They punted out, and Everest took over on their own 41-yard line. A 54-yard pass play got...
Welcome to the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Tony, Coach Dennis Gadel. Halftime, you're going in 10-7. What was the conversation to the team?
It's going to be a dog fight and come out fighting like dogs and play your butts off like dogs. So that's what we did, and they ran with it. The kids rose to the occasion tonight. They really did. super proud, and I'm going to stammer because I'm really proud of these guys tonight. It was a great game.
It was Valley Conference game. Obviously, every game matters at this point in time for the season, and it's just part of its pride, part of its honor, being out here. Talk about the play of your quarterback and how he commanded the field tonight.
The dude rose to the occasion. We talk a lot about a lot of things, and it's a lot of interpersonal things between him and I, so we can't give away our secrets, but he rose to the occasion tonight. Things are going his way when he makes it go his way, because tonight he was in total command of what we practiced, what we did. He's an athlete. Did you see him take the ball and run? We didn't call half plays, except Coach Brandt. He's got to get the one when we called shark, and he called the wrong formation, and he just went, what the heck? And he went the other way and scored a touchdown. So total command of the game tonight. I'm really impressed. We got to work on some little things, cadence. We got to work on stepping up in pockets. We got to work on, working some of our audibles where we were doing things. He knows he's not perfect, and we are by no means perfect, but he really rose to the occasion. I can't tell you how proud I am, so you got to forgive me, all right?
That's completely fine. One final thing with the defense. Obviously, offense had a couple turnovers. Defense rose to the occasion. They shut DC Everest down. Let's talk a little bit about that defense.
Our linebacking core and the D-backs, you got to give everything to them because they rose to the occasion when they needed to. And, what's that called? Bend but don't break. I got to get all my defensive words in there. But our defensive line, did you see the pressure they put on them?
100%.
I don't know where the quarterback ended up, but he wasn't in the game at the end. So those are great things. I mean, I don't want anybody getting injured. That's not the way we are. Those guys are my great friends. I coach track against them, and we coach football for 30 years against each other. And it's give and take. Who's going to win the football game? It's a great rivalry. And, hey, man, we won our first conference football game in a while. I mean, we've had a forfeit last week, but still we won one, and it's a big one. So you got to go 1-0 every week to be a conference champion. This conference is tough and tight, and we know we got a lot ahead of us. But we're off to a good start. How's that?
That sounds great, Coach. Well, I'll let you go. I'll head over to here, Trevor. Right. Thank you very much. Trevor, let's talk about it. Coach said a couple of those plays, they were audibled, and you just took off with it. Talk about that big run for the touchdown.
My teammates did a really great job blocking, and I just can't be prouder of how they all battled and just the intensity every play. That wouldn't have happened without blocks from receivers downfield, and everything, the little things, those really help. Big plays just stem from the extra blocks every time.
Absolutely. You talk about your teammates, and that's one thing that I always knew as a former quarterback as well. What did your teammates do to allow you to break away from the line of scrimmage for 300-plus yards? That's huge for a quarterback.
Like they said, they just stayed in their blocks. They did their responsibilities. They did all the little things and never quit on a play.
So, appreciate your time. Great job tonight. Obviously, you're looking forward to the next one. Coach had some high praises for you. We appreciate your time. Last thing that's on here is just we're going to, I'm Trevor Femmel, and I'm in the house, okay? So,
I'm Trevor Femmel, and I'm in the house.
Thank you very much, Trevor.
Have a good one. You too. Thank you.
I know.